You're about to listen to TADPOG. Tyler and Dave play old games. It's a comedy video game podcast. We would like to stress that the hosts are not experts and are really just very crass commentators. Seriously, this is an explicit podcast that happens to talk about video games sometimes. So please enjoy this pretty okay podcast with Tyler and Dave.
Hello, Internet, and welcome to another TADPOG podcast. It's a show that happens every week.
Man, I don't know why I thought you were going to say twice a week.
I probably because I almost did.
Yeah, really? Was I picking up on those, alpha waves?
I always want to. I always want to
Really?
say twice a week.
Well, here's the thing.
It's muscle memory.
We essentially do twice a week. We just have combined it into one day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you remember when we used to be like, we have had this conversation?
It's an hour. We're going to shut up.
An hour. It's an hour. We're doing an hour. People like an hour.
A lot of podcasts, they all stop at an hour.
Right. Well, let's do an hour. And then we were doing that for a minute. And then, of course, obviously, we can't shut up.
Well, no, I like how we go until it feels like that's it. Like, I like.
Right. Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah. No, I think
we just keep going.
it's just our show is not that natural end point, you know?
Well, like we get to, like it's a journey. Every episode's a journey, is what you're
Exactly,
saying. Yeah.
exactly.
Sometimes we bring friends with us on these journeys. Sometimes.
Exactly.
Sometimes it's just you and me.
Like
Today.
Yeah. It's been a little while since it's just been me and you. A little while.
Yeah, it has been.
It's been a month.
Wow.
3 shows. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. All right. Finally alone
okay.
again.
Yeah, a little intimate podcast session.
Let me drink this orange soda and roll.
Yeah, I'll drink my my Monster Energy Ultra Watermelon so I can piss rocks out my pee hole.
I was going to have some Kahlua, but there's caffeine in that coffee liqueur.
According to Siri.
According to Siri,
I don't know.
That's good enough for me.
I don't know.
Not going to test it.
You asked me, and I said, I don't know. I'll ask the internet and not source any of my...
The internet was like, yeah, okay.
Probably.
That's what, because I'm so afraid of caffeine after like noon.
Yeah.
That it's just like,
Can you imagine, like, okay, so 20 years ago, if you're like, hey, Dave, does coffee liqueur have caffeine in it? And I'm like, hold on a minute. I have to ask a robot about that.
yeah.
Let me wait. No. Just let my robot answer that question, and then we'll just trust it implicitly.
Let's ask the servant robot that will go and fetch the total sum of humanity's knowledge that has been compiled.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, and that's true because I get ads, and they are very targeted, very extremely targeted. Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. Let me put this encyclopedia CD in my CD-ROM,
Right.
and we'll see.
Right.
Maybe we'll get some. I don't know.
Right. Encarta.
Liqueur comes in coffee flavoring.
Oh.
I know that.
Oh, here's Louis Armstrong playing the trumpet for 3 seconds. Wow, that was sweet.
Oh, man, Encarta's the best.
Fucking computers are great, man.
Man, I love this Gateway PC. You see the cow box that came in?
Yeah. Jesus.
That's why my boss, he was in town the other day,
Yeah.
and I talked to him about like building that computer, and he was like, man, that's awesome. I remember I built a computer. I used to love building computers. I go to that Dell website and click all the parts I wanted.
Yeah.
It's too expensive, so I just X out. That was fun.
That's funny. Man, talking about like the robots having all the information on us, it is. I can't remember if I've told this story or not on the show before, but like Nikki and I have literally talked about getting like a toy, like around Christmas, like getting a toy for him, like a specific toy for him for Christmas. And then we turned on YouTube like 15 minutes later, and it's like, hey, you know that toy you wanted? Here's like 5 commercials for it. Don't worry, we're not listening.
Hold up my phone. Dave, we should really buy more homosexual pornography. You know, because we love enjoying. We just don't have enough. Where can we buy more homosexual pornography? Now let's see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Target me, Facebook.
Yeah. Oh boy, Facebook has me fucking dead to rights, man. Those Wish ads, oh, they know. They know.
Oh, well, today, I also wanted to say, like, it makes me mad. I look forward to my brother and me every week.
That's
and
a podcast.
It's like under an hour. I'm just like,
Oh, really?
damn it. Damn it. This show is under an hour, publishes once a week. Oh, I got the Adventure Zone. The Adventure Zone's like every other week, and it's like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, guys.
Well,
I don't want to listen to your other shows. These two are good. I want more of these two shows.
their shows, the shows that you mentioned, are like way better than ours. So this is like a quality quantity thing. We don't have that quality, so we have
They
to
have
make
more
up for it.
spaghetti in a smaller bowl. We just throw as much spaghetti against the wall to try and get the same amount of spaghetti.
And sometimes it sticks.
Sometimes it sticks.
It's very rare.
Sometimes it sticks.
And when it does stick, we don't realize it. So it's fine.
Do you see the spaghetti? No, I can't see spaghetti.
Any of it stick?
We're both we're real skitty blind.
I don't know. I can't see. I'm too busy masturbating to this homosexual pornography. I'm sorry. I can't talk about spaghetti right now.
Thinking about twinks and beavers in our homosexual pornography.
I think you mean otters.
Otters.
Beavers are a totally different
You're right.
thing.
You're right.
Yeah.
Damn it, I fucked up the search engine.
Now they don't know.
Never
what to
get
give
regular
you.
pornography. Damn it. Well, today, courtesy of the randomizer, we'll be talking about We're Back.
We're back.
A dinosaur. Is it a dinosaur tale or a dinosaur story?
It's a dinosaur story, but it is. You would think that it would be tail, though, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming all dinosaurs had tails.
It's true, yeah.
Name a dinosaur that doesn't have a tail. Can't do it.
Can't do
they
it.
all had tails.
There's even had a famous tale called the Thagomizer.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, man. Wow. Bringing it back. That's a Far Side thing, right?
Yep. It didn't have a name until Gary Larson named it, so the scientists were like, okay, that works. Thagomizer. The stegosaur, pointy end of a stegosaurus tail.
We have sense of humors. We'll adopt this into our science culture.
So it was a movie.
Well, it's deeper than that.
It's a movie that's shorter than this show.
It is a movie that is shorter than our average runtime of the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
It was a book.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know this until I found online the oral history of We're Back, a dinosaur story.
Nice.
It was on Sci-Fi's site. And boy, yeah, it's based on a book, like a kid's book. That's very short. And then Steven Spielberg was like, dinosaurs are real hot, and they're about to get fucking hotter. So this is pre-Jurassic Park. He's like, I am going to license that book. And then the author, whose name I should remember, but I can't, said, sorry.
T.S. Eliot.
T.S. Eliot. Yeah. Michael Crichton's lesser-known dinosaur book, We're Back. Let me look up that person's name so I don't feel
It
like
was
a
his
total
soft
ass.
opening for Jurassic Park.
Right. Well, it's kind of interesting. I got to tell you, truly, like, if we can have a link in the show notes to this oral history of We're Back, it's actually a really interesting read. There was a lot of drama involved in this animated film. So, Steven Spielberg was like, all right, I'm going to license this movie. And got in touch with the author of the book, whose name I still have not found. Based on We're Back, a dinosaur story by Hudson Talbot. Talbot.
That's made up.
Yeah, it's a made up name. So it's like, name your favorite river and store where you can buy petite women's clothes. Hudson Talbot?
Quick name and looking around. Finds the Hudson Bay. Hudson looks over to Talbot's across the street. Talbot.
Oh, is the Hudson? There's a Hudson River though too, right? That feeds into the bay.
Yeah, sure.
Oh man, I don't know now. Didn't what's his name land the plane in the Hudson?
Sully.
Sully, yeah. Which is like probably the name of one of the dinosaurs.
Or you're in a history class. That one explorer, Henry Hudson Talbot.
Hudson Hawk.
Hudson. There's a B. Hudson Software.
So Steven Spielberg was like, dinosaurs. I'm on this dinosaur thing. I want the rights. I want the rights to make that an animated feature. And then Hudson Talbot was like, shit, dog, you should have hit me up 1 year ago because I sold the rights to Hanna-Barbera. And then Steven Spielberg laughed because it's Hanna-Barbera. He didn't actually, but I imagine that he probably did. Because he's like, fuck, what is this fucking rube, this fucking mook selling the fucking rights to Hanna-Barbera, the Scrappy Doo people, the Godzuki people.
Well, it's like Robert Jordan sold the rights from A Wheel of Time to this fucking Red Eagle Studios, like some fucking nobody for no time.
That sounds like a beer. Man, crack me up on one of those Red Eagles. Or yeah, I mean it does. Yeah.
Then they're the ones who put out that shitty, only aired one time 30-minute Wheel of Time in the middle of the night, like to maintain the rights because they're not actually ever going to do anything with it.
Essentially, the story of every Fantastic Four movie that's come out in our lifetime.
Yeah.
Oh man, we're about to lose the rights. Time to make a shitty movie.
Yep.
But it's got Jessica Alba in it, so I'll go see it.
Jessica Alba, where she was given blue contacts, got her hair blonde, and told to tone the acting down and just be pretty.
Yeah. Which, I mean...
like all actresses love to hear.
Which, I mean, look...
Like Megan Fox was told in Transformers, and she was like, "You're Hitler." Well, you're not going to be in any more of my movies.
Well, look, she is pretty. So... there is that.
Yeah. But imagine she's still a good actress.
Sure.
So it's
not Megan Fox we're talking about, right?
I'm talking about Megan Fox too.
You think Megan Fox is a good actress?
She is hilarious in New Girl.
I haven't seen New Girl.
Yeah, she's good in New Girl.
Okay. All right. Look, I trust your opinion.
Outside of her acting chops,
because like she's
got good sardonic comedic chops in New Girl.
Okay.
Other than that, I haven't seen her in anything.
Because I've seen her in a few movies and she is not good in those movies. But I'm glad to hear that she's good in New Girl.
She was good.
Jessica Alba, I do think is she is good. But I also think that she is really pretty, and it is a shame that like they did dye her hair, got blue contacts, because that is honestly not what I'm attracted to in her. You know what I mean? It's like unnatural.
We're gonna change stuff about you. And it's gonna look weird,
right?
But don't quit being sexy, or we're gonna be very mad.
Please, God, don't quit being sexy. That's why we hired you. Please. Just like they hired John Goodman for that very reason, to be in We're Back, a dinosaur story.
I don't know what run, a fairly recent run of Fantastic Four that came out that Ben Grimm's rocky exterior was actually like a shell.
Dicks. Oh.
Dicks? No, it was like that was the whatever he was going to be, that's like the pupa stage.
Gotcha. It's like his cocoon.
Right. And he broke out of it, and he looks like him, only he's purple and is much, much, much more powerful than he was.
So he's Thanos. So that's where he comes from?
There you go. Perfect. I can't remember the rest of the run, but I just thought that was interesting. What was that, like a real like thing? It's a real comic run, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Wow. So Steven Spielberg was like, let me call these Hanna-Barbera yokels. And he did, and he was like, sell me those rights. And they were like, yes, sir. So he was like, great, I got the rights. Let's make this fucking dinosaur movie. And then he got people on it.
Give me John Goodman.
Pretty much.
Who's a large man with short arms? Goodman. Perfect. He will be Rex the T-Rex.
I'm Steven Spielberg. I want John Bestman. You gave me John Goodman. I want John Bestman. So yeah, that's why there are a lot of like this, the cast in We're Back, a Dinosaur Story is fucking insane.
Yeah.
And it's because in the oral history, they talk about where it's like,
pull them up real quick.
Yeah, please. They talk about like, well, Steven Spielberg wanted this actor, so we got that actor. It's like all right, Steven Spielberg wants him. We spent a lot of money and we got him.
He tells us to do stuff and doesn't jerk off in front of us. So
right.
we just
so yeah, we kind of like that. Yeah, but like including, and I know you're gonna read the cast, but
Harvey Weinstein wants to get this movie made.
Oh fuck. Can we go back to Hanna-Barbera, please? Yeah, I like this. I would like to hear the phone call of Harvey Weinstein calling Hanna-Barbera over a children's book.
So, where's Hannah? Why don't you send Hannah over to my dressing room? All right, so Rex.
Please, there is one that I want to get out in front of, okay? This is like Steven Spielberg money, okay? This is what Steven Spielberg money gets you. Walter fucking Cronkite.
Yep. As Captain New Eyes, the time-traveling good scientist.
AKA Mark Twain.
Yeah. So, yeah, John Goodman is Rex.
Right, the T-Rex.
Walter Cronkite is Captain New Eyes.
Mark Twain.
And then here's, oh man, if you've wondered, like, why isn't his voice in enough stuff? Well, Jay Leno is Vorb.
And then, okay, so I love this.
We're dinosaurs.
They talk about like.
Have you heard this? Have you seen this? We're back. We're dinosaurs.
I don't know that. I didn't know that much about Jay Leno, and I honestly still don't. But according to like the director, there were like 3 directors for this movie. Always a good sign. And like, I want to go ahead and get in front of this too. People fucking love this movie. Like, they love this movie. Like, when I was streaming, chat was like, oh man, I remember this movie. I fucking loved this movie. So a lot of people like this movie, which surprised me.
Yeah. It was a huge bomb.
It was a bomb. It didn't make a lot of money. The critics didn't like it. So I think it surprised me to hear that. So Jay Leno, they talk about Jay Leno coming in to do the voice work. And this was like before he was hosting the Tonight Show. Is that what he is?
This was before?
Yeah, because they started this movie. This movie came out in 93 and they started on it in like fucking 89 and 90.
Okay.
So like they talk about like Jay Leno.
I mean, he was a comedian.
Yeah.
Stand-up comic.
But like they're like, Jay Leno, they're like, we don't know if you know anything about Jay Leno, but this is what he wears. Blue jeans and a blue shirt. That's what he wears. Every day. Every day he
Canadian tuxedo, loves it.
Every day he wears it. And they were like talking about how shy he is. And like he was like hunched over and he was like, Are we recording? And they're like, yeah, we're recording. Hey, I'm Vorb! And like just like fucking turned a switch on. It's just like, holy shit. And they made Walter Cronkite fucking wait in the rain because they didn't realize that the studio door was locked. So Walter fucking Cronkite is waiting in the rain because the door's locked and like it's fucking 1990 or whatever.
This just in, I'm fucking pissed off.
And they did. They talked about how fucking mad he was when they let him in.
Stubbs the Clown is Martin Short.
Martin Short.
Yeah. Julia Child.
He's an amigo.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeardley Smith, who is Bart Simpson.
Lisa Simpson.
Lisa Simpson?
Yeah. And she sounds like Lisa Simpson. Her character I think that's just her voice, right? Because in Herman's head, she sounds like Lisa Simpson.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't recognize any of these 3 people. Rhea Perlman.
Who are the ones you don't recognize?
Felicity Kendall.
Yeah, I don't know.
Charles Fleischer. Kenneth Mars.
Okay. Yep. Kenneth Mars, I think, voiced like Screw Eyes.
Yep.
The brother of New Eyes. So, yeah.
What's their last name? If clearly they have different first names then.
I don't know why one brother seems to be a little more jaded than the other.
Yeah.
Well, that one has a giant fucking screw in his skull that he uses to hypnotize dinosaurs.
I mean, that's very, oh shit, man. Mistborn. They fucking stole it to where they're. So the bad guys in Wheel of Time have railroad spikes through their eyes.
Oh, right. Yeah, I remember you telling that's like keeps them from casting spells, right?
It allows them to cast spells.
Allows them to cast spells. I got you. That's like the only way they can do it.
Because it's hemalurgy. So if you kill somebody with a certain type of metal, kill one of the spellcasters, and then impale somebody with that bloody spike, it allows them to use that same magic. So they would impale them through the eyes with certain metals.
I can see why they would be the bad guys.
Yep.
Do you know who was originally cast to play, to voice Screw Eye?
Chevy Chase.
Man, wouldn't it be great if they did get like a Three Amigos, like
That's the reunion.
backdoor reunion? Yeah. No.
Melissa and I are buying tickets to go see Steve Martin and Martin Short in Nashville when they're going to play.
That's awesome. I didn't know they were coming to Nashville.
They're playing the Opry.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
When are they doing that?
It's pretty soon. It's like next month, the month after.
Nice. Screw Eyes was originally cast to be played by John Malkovich.
Oh, shit, man. That would have been great.
It would have been great. And let me tell you this. Malkovich, according to IMDb, is a vocal critic of the project, arguing that the scope of the script was not fully realized and that the final product was, quote, subpar to say the least, end quote. To this day, Malkovich generally refuses to talk about the film. In a rare 2003 interview, Malkovich made a brief allusion to the movie, saying, quote, good ideas go to die in Hollywood. I worked on an animated movie about dinosaurs in New York once. It was completely bureaucratized. I probably mispronounced that. They took
bureaucratized.
Nailed it. Thank you. You're the John Malkovich. They took something that had art in it and put it in the laps of people that only cared about the bottom line, and look what happened. In a later portion of that interview, he went on to say, yeah, projects like We're Back, a dinosaur story, they just make you sick. That's why I left this town. It's all about the money, the bottom line. It's disgusting.
All right. Yeah.
Thanks, We're Back.
Larry King's in it too.
Larry King. It's like has a line in it. Like he's on the radio.
Yeah, he's not even credited. So
yeah.
Okay, the IMDb is pretty amusing because, okay, Rhea Perlman, I scroll down through a whole bunch of people I don't know, and at the bottom is another picture of Rhea Perlman, but her name is in Russian.
What?
And it's very close to her face.
That's bizarre.
I don't know. I'm going to click. Is it
Russian Rhea Perlman?
Maybe she looks just like Rhea Perlman. I don't know. No, it's Rhea Perlman again, but it's just I don't get it.
So this movie is very short.
Yeah.
It's a very short movie. The runtime on it, I think, is like, I mean, I've got IMDb, but I think it's like 71 minutes, something in that range. Because I had never seen this movie. I'd never seen it as a kid. And it was interesting that it was produced by Steven Spielberg because he's the Jurassic Park guy.
Mm-hmm.
And they decided to launch these movies in the same year, essentially counter-programming, where it's like, because Steven Spielberg felt like Jurassic Park was too intense for young viewers. And it's like, famously, he didn't even like let his kids watch Jurassic Park because it's like, this is too intense, not for kids. So that is why they released both of these movies in 1993, because it's like on the poster.
I want to see Jurassic Park. Okay, let's go.
How about, yeah, right? Wow, that was a great Jurassic Park, wasn't it?
Let's go see Jurassic Park. We have Jurassic Park at home.
Right? What was your favorite part of Jurassic Park? When the Tyrannosaurus Rex used a red pickup truck as a skateboard and then grinded all the way up a bridge? Mine too. Jurassic Park, good movie. But like they talk about how like on the movie posters, they're like the
when those kids signed a blood oath to a to a circus ringleader. Oh, yeah, Jurassic Park. Yeah.
The line on the poster was literally a dinosaur movie for the rest of the family. Like that was on the poster. So it was designed that way, but like the directors for We're Back didn't know that. So they're working on the movie and then they just kind of like hear secondhand that, oh, there's this Jurassic Park movie that Steven Spielberg's working on. What? And they're like, yo, man, we're doing a dinosaur movie for you. And he's like, yeah, but this is for the rest of the people. Like, we got Jurassic Park, and then this is for the rest of the people. And then they talk about, like, one of the directors seeing, like, test footage for Jurassic Park and seeing, like, the Gallimimuses, like, running on the planes. And he's like, oh, my God. He doesn't say this, but I can only imagine him being like, and we're working on this? I mean, John Goodman's great, but like he can't compete against those Gallimimuses.
Everybody says that.
I know. It's gonna be on his fucking tombstone. Rest his soul, John Goodman. Here lies John Goodman, King Ralph, aka not as good as a Gallimimus. Not on a computer screen, at least.
It's true.
So we're back. It is honestly that that oral history of We're Back, a Dinosaur Story is like at least 3 times more interesting than We're Back, a Dinosaur Story.
Yeah. And that's probably more interesting than the game for SNES, We're Back, a Dinosaur Story.
Right, because we played the game that is based on the movie that is based on the book. And I think the book, they talk about one of the challenges of making the movie was like, yeah, this was like an 8-page book that we had to make into a movie. So
We're drawing dinosaurs, but no one really knows what dinosaurs look like.
Right.
It's kind of hard.
it does look like they, because like I've seen the art for the book, and it's like, whoa, this is looks nothing like the fucking movie. At least the pages that I saw. I didn't read the whole thing. I might have just seen the beginning scene where the dinosaurs all look cool, as opposed to when they're fed cereal that makes them look like fucking doofuses.
When you get smarter, you look more stupid.
like when the fuck was Dragonite? Like when did
Yeah, man, that's good. They are like they're fucking
like who copied who? Because it is definitely like, all right, we're gonna take
Dratini and Dragonair and then Doofy Dragonite.
what do kids love about dinosaurs? They look stupid? Yeah. All right, good. Let's go with that.
Take Dewey from Scream and make him a dinosaur.
Yo, do dinosaurs have eyebrows? Yes, they do. Cool.
How
Drawn
else are you gonna
eyebrows.
know what they're saying?
Yo, do Triceratops eat hot dogs? They do. Cool. Draw this one eating a hot dog. All right. That would kill them, right? Probably. Okay.
Well, before we keep going, I do have this package.
Oh, yeah, we forgot about a package.
Another sweet package from the G's.
Hey, look at that.
Thank you, the G's.
The G's. That looks like hot sauce.
Oh, this does.
Yeah,
look like
that's a long boy. That's a long white box. That's hot sauce for sure. Well packed. What's in there? Oh fuck yeah! Pull it out. Hey, is that more Mad Dog?
Yes, Mad Dog 357 turbocharged with number 5 plutonium hot sauce.
Is there fucking plutonium in there, Tyler?
I hope so. This looks like the newest version.
Turn out the lights.
The 357 gold edition.
I want to. There are other gold flakes in there, like Goldschlager.
I hope so.
Man, call Josh. Yeah, he and I can get sick on it.
Normally, I think Brooke Burke is pretty hot, but when I looked up and saw the gold flake chipping off her body, I vomited immediately.
Yeah, turn out the light. Let's see if it glows. That light's not normally there. Oh, look at that fucking glow. Look at it. It's like
It's like Fallout.
yeah, man. It's like it's like Homer Simpson's desk at work. He doesn't have a desk. He's got a control panel. I know.
It's like Homer when he turns off
It's like,
the
yeah,
light.
it is. It's like Homer. Or it's like Mr. Burns when he's wandering around in the woods after treatments.
Burning sun, we bring you peace. Well, then I will add this to our collection. The 357 Mad Dog Special Plutonium Edition.
Thank you, G's.
Hell yes. Thank you, G's.
We're back. So they made a game. They made a game based on a movie that was based on a book that was about, I don't know, fucking 8 pages or whatever.
Yep.
And then, so they talk about struggling with like, how do we make a movie about a book that literally has no plot?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like 8 pages long. How do we do that?
Cats did it. We could do it too, damn it.
Interesting you say that. Some of the directors from We're Back started working simultaneously, like Spielberg pulled them off of We're Back to work on an animated version of Cats. Yeah. That is true.
I put too many resources into We're Back. Let's put you on another project.
That sounds like a joke, but it's not. And then that project was scrapped, and he's like, I guess go back to work on We're Back. And then, so they did. And then they were like, okay, I mean, and then the author, meanwhile, is like, oh my God, this isn't anything like my book. What the fuck? And then one of them's like, hey man, do you want to be rich? Just smile, okay?
Well, okay.
And then, yeah, essentially it was that. He's like, well, yeah, I do want to be rich, so okay.
It's better than the Harvey Weinstein way of getting rich. At least his dick isn't out when he's saying it, so.
Yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So they struggled to make the movie because there wasn't a lot of content to go on, and obviously all those complications that were mentioned, and the fact that they had to go up against Jurassic Park, and they were being pulled off to work on Cats, an animated version of the Broadway smash Cats. And then so
I want to see the butthole cut of the animated movie.
And then the writer, so like one of the even the actors are working on the movie, right? They're reading their lines and they're like, this dialogue sucks. And the director's like, okay, here's what we're going to do. Read it exactly as it is, okay? We'll get all that, and then read it, and then you ad lib. You read the lines as you think the character would read it. And they're like, okay, great. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna splice those together. So there's a little bit of the writers and a little bit of yours. We're gonna pull a grift. I don't know why John Malkovich had a problem with this production.
Just improv, John Malkovich.
There's also they talk about
I want to eat you, child, but I'm holding back this ferocity in my heart. The cereal abates my bloodlust for you. This artificial love this cereal creates is holding back my teeth from thine throat.
There was also this goes into like more of like this fucking the shit that John Malkovich is talking about. So Martin Short he voices a character called Stubbs the Clown in the movie, and so he read his lines. He did his his recording and it's like, okay,
All right, give me my check.
right, and then they're like, everyone's like, okay, good, all right, and then they call him back to redo his shit because the directors got word that Martin Short wasn't happy with his performance. So they're like, okay, yeah, if he's not happy, come back and we'll redo it. It's no big deal. Meanwhile, Martin Short,
Walter Cronkite still outside.
dripping cold, hypothermia. Meanwhile, so they call him in and they're like, oh, okay. He's like, yeah, okay, sure, yeah. And so he's there, he gets there, and it comes up that they're like, so he does it, and they're like, do you feel better about it now? And he's like, what are you talking about? And well, we were told that you weren't happy with no, I was fine. And then they just stare at each other blinking for a few minutes, realizing that they've been lied to by Steven Spielberg.
Wow.
Yeah. Someone wasn't happy with those lines, and it wasn't anybody in that room. You know what I mean?
Hey, Steven Spielberg, nut up and just say, I didn't like how Martin Short did that. Send him back.
I imagine he was probably just too busy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like honestly, like especially at that time, like in the fucking 90s, Steven Spielberg was like everywhere, dude, like doing all kinds of shit. So I imagine it was probably more that. But yeah, it sounded like like maybe not like a Mario Brothers movie level of like shit show, but like a shit shower.
That only could have been better if you'd thrown in some Chevy Chases with Steve Martin.
Oh,
get some 90s Chevy Chase outrage going on. Yeah.
A Soussaint.
Yeah, just a Soussaint, and then Steve Martin trying to critique it as art and not being happy with it. Man, wonderful,
Right.
wonderful.
Man.
Steve Martin just stuck in the middle, like shrugging, like I'm fine.
They cut like 3 of the dinosaurs from the book, which doesn't make a lot of sense because you're like struggling for content to make a movie, and they're like, well, there's 3 other fucking dinosaurs you could have put in the goddamn movie. But instead, you decided to change the look of one completely and put fucking eyebrows on them and shit. So I don't know. It was. If you like the movie, I'm glad that you like the movie. I watched it. It's free on YouTube right now. I don't know when you're listening to this,
Which
if it
shows you
still
its
will
quality.
be. Right. Yeah. No. It shows that no one is issuing a takedown notice on the movie at all. It's just up there. And I watched it on YouTube, and I didn't like it. I didn't think it was horrible, but it was like but let's be honest, I was a 39-year-old man watching We're Back, a dinosaur story, a movie that I remember not wanting to see when it came out when I was 12. So, there was kind of like...
Was it also released to very limited theaters? Like they didn't even show it everywhere?
Oh, see, that I don't know.
In my research, I had heard that like it bombed and it was released very few places.
I know that I read that it made like $9 million.
Yep.
Which is like, even in the 90s, not very good for an Amblin joint. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly when the Blair Witch Project came out. It was after that for sure. But
it was like 99, 2000 probably.
Yeah, I think it was like, I remember working at Apex when it came
Yeah.
out. But anyway, so the story of the movie, which translates over to the game, we're getting there. But I just wanted to talk about the fucking, like,
Oh,
dude.
yeah. No, that's good.
Oh,
That's
my,
good shit.
oh
That's
my
good
God. Oh, I couldn't wait to talk about this shit. Because it's so wild. So the plot of the movie, are you familiar with the plot of the movie? It's pretty simple.
So a Dr. New Eyes
Right.
wants to fulfill the dreams of all the children who love dinosaurs.
Because he invented a radio that can hear children's wishes.
Oh, that's pretty good.
It's like Homer's brother, Danny DeVito. Like when he makes the baby translator, it's kind of like that,
yeah.
but for kids' wishes, which is actually more ridiculous than the baby translator in The Simpsons.
So then he goes back in time to take some dinosaurs.
He goes back in time, and that's when Vorb, Jay Leno's character, who is also known as the Great Gazoo, there's that Hanna-Barbera link.
Yeah,
Maybe.
okay,
Who
fair.
knows? Maybe that's where that came from. Who knows? We're like, yeah, we'll sell it to you.
Well, it said the Great Gazoo was a pariah of his race.
Right.
Like he was, for some sort of genocide, sent back to prehistoric times.
Dude,
Like he did something dark and evil and was banished back to prehistoric times.
can we do a Hanna-Barbera, like Smash Brothers style?
Fighting game. Yeah, we talked about it.
No. Tabletop game
Oh, okay.
where it's like the multiverse of the Hanna-Barbera verse, where it's like it's like a plane, like we're planeswalkers.
That's, all right. Magic the Gathering. I'll
Right.
remember you're the Planeswalker.
What was that?
What are you playing? Snagglepuss Wall Deck.
Man, I know you like those blue control decks.
My Huckleberry Hound Banishment deck.
Yeah, right.
So I'm going to tap 3 blue mana, activate my Planeswalker. Your 3 Draugr defenders exit stage right. That's what it's called in the card. Exit stage right.
Let's see. I tap 3 coral reefs, which gives me 3 blue mana, and also I put a Snorks token on the coral reef. Also, I'm gonna tap 8 islands, and now you got to deal with Jabberjaw. He's got trample.
Nice. Shit. All right. Well, I'm gonna tap. All right. Tear up my Black Lotus. I'm gonna tap 3 black mana, and I'm gonna turn Turbo Teen into his car form.
That would be yeah. Who would so? Okay, we got to figure this out.
Tap Adam Ant to untap Turbo Teen, so he is defending.
Oh shit, that is the artifact deck of the Hanna-Barbera verse. So I'm assuming that Yogi and Boo Boo, they're all that green deck, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, but we solved it. We got it all figured out.
We're done. We're done. That's it.
I don't know what the fuck we're gonna do for a red deck.
Oh man.
What are all the fire-based Hanna-Barbera Pokemon?
I guess Turbo Team would be fire. That makes sense. Or would be an artifact.
He'd be an artifact. Yeah, dude, he is a fucking kid that turns into a machine.
Artifact fire, so he's fire type whenever he's teen, and then turns into an artifact when he's Turbo Teen.
Maybe. But honestly, dude, if you are a human and you turn into a car, that's fucking black magic.
All right.
That is black.
Fair.
That is
All
black
right.
magic. I'm not saying Turbo Teen is a necromancer, but he is definitely like the product of some dark shit.
Captain Caveman can be red.
Captain Caveman could be red.
No.
Yeah, okay. All right. And I guess, fuck, man, throw the Flintstones in there too.
Flintstone could be red. Yep.
Okay, Captain Caveman versus all of the Flintstones.
Pretty close. Pretty
who,
close.
who wins? I think Captain Caveman's fucking unkillable. You don't
Yeah.
know what's under that hair.
You don't. I mean, Magilla Gorilla would probably be green in there with Yogi and Boo Boo and Cindy.
Yeah, probably. And I guess the Smurfs are like what? Your white deck?
Yeah. Yeah, and Gargamel's black.
Right. Yeah. Well, sure. Yeah, because he is the necromancer, essentially.
Yeah.
Does he raise the dead in any of the Smurfs?
I mean, it assumes he does.
Does it? Okay. So is this
He
just,
eats the Smurfs, so.
right? So
Yeah.
wait. So is that internet myth, or like did Gargamel win in the end of the Smurfs?
I don't know. I think he wants them to eat them, is the point.
Well, I know he wants to eat them, but like, I feel like I've heard that like at the last episode of the Smurfs, Gargamel wins, but that reeks of like
That does reek of
internet
Yeah.
shit postery, you know?
I mean, I'd like to assume the Smurfs is probably still going on in comic form. So,
In Pog form.
in pop form, yeah, right. I need to look at more Hanna-Barbera properties.
Meanwhile, I'm looking up the last episode of The Smurfs. The Smurfs, season 9, episode 24, aired on December 2nd, 1989. It is The Golden Rhino, not to be confused with the Spearmint Rhino, a well-known gentleman's establishment, and Hearts and Smurfs. Neither of those sound like the Smurfs die in those.
Well, there's Wally Gator. Wally Gator's probably blue.
We're doing Hanna-Barbera characters again. Yes.
Touche Turtle and Dum Dum, probably blue. Lippy Lion,
I don't know that one.
I think probably red.
We're just guessing at this point.
Yep. There's more Hanna-Barbera cartoons than I thought, so.
C-Lab. C-Lab's all blue.
Shit. Yeah. Blue and Artifact, because they can get in there, yeah.
Absolutely.
Do you like Magic the Gathering? I hope so. Otherwise, this makes no sense to you whatsoever.
Yeah, we should probably get the thing.
You're here for that weird back content.
Right. So I did look up. Here's a brief synopsis of the last episode of the Smurfs. Gargamel eats them all. That's according to Wikipedia.
All right.
No, just kidding. Hefty, Clumsy, and Brainy try to help Cupid spread love, but Brainy is captured by Van Garg and turned evil. I don't know who Van Garg is.
I don't know, but all right. That's Gargamel's evolved form, Vanguard.
It's his Baron. Like he rose to prominence.
Sire, please. I can get these Smurfs. No, Gargamel. I, Vanguard, shall now take the Smurfs.
Yes, Van Garg. So we're back. The plot. We were talking about the plot. Right. We got sidetracked by the Great Gazoo.
Yep.
Vorb, aka Jay Leno,
Who has the cereal?
has the cereal that Mark Twain, aka Dr. New Eyes, has made. He's an inventor.
Yep.
And
Brain grain.
Brain grain trademark. It is a cereal that makes someone smarter when they eat it. And what they do is come into the past because children want to see real dinosaurs. And New Eyes is like, well, this sounds like a really good plan if we go capture some dinosaurs and force feed them brain grain and then bring them into the modern day. It's not going to be dangerous at all. Nothing could go wrong.
No, it's a real Flowers for Algernon story. Nothing went wrong there. Everything's going to be fine.
Yep, it's going to be okay. Not once. And look, I know I'm probably more of a Screw Eyes than I am a New Eyes, but I'm of the belief
You
that
have surprisingly little blood magic, Dave. So I don't know.
I'm still a young man. All right.
As far as wizards go, yes.
As far
we're
as
very young
wizards
men.
go, I'm young, okay? I have a ways to go. Why do you think they all want to prolong their life? Because it's like, shit, I can't learn 9th level spells until I'm at least 300 years old.
That's true, yeah.
So I'm more in the camp that children should not see real life dinosaurs. Call me crazy. I think that is one thing that is like fine for kids to wish for, because I wished for that. But it's
the
like,
riboflavin makes them look real doofy. So.
right, yeah, right, yeah. Look, kid, it's not the real dinosaur. This is a fucking look at this thing. We saw it at the beginning of the movie. That was a dinosaur. What you have is something else, man. It is something else. We're not even allowed to call it legally. We cannot call this a dinosaur. It's like that's like the John Hammond workaround. No, insurance company, State Farm. He used State Farm. No, State Farm. This is not a dinosaur. This is a genetically engineered frog. There's just legally just enough frog DNA in
Dinosaur, D-I-N-A.
Yeah.
Dinosaur. D-I-N-A-S-O-R-E. Dinosaur.
It's a DNA sore.
There you go. Perfect.
Oh, God. So, Jay Leno force feeds a Tyrannosaurus Rex a bunch of, like a shitload of cereal.
It's a good sentence. Leave it there.
Like, there is literally a scene where a Tyrannosaurus Rex's head is trapped in, like, the aperture of a UFO. Which, by the way, I really got to say, I did like how the spaceship looked, the time travel machine, because it looked like a fucking Final Fantasy airship, because it had, like, fucking fins and shit and, you know, all that. So I'm like, okay, you stole that, but I like it. So, like, yeah, the T-Rex is in there, like, thrashing around. It's like, help, I'm stuck. And then, like, fucking Jay Leno is just, like, putting a funnel in his fucking mouth and, like, pouring all this, like, so many boxes of brain grain. Until
it's like Phantasmagoria when he's feeding his wife the meat.
It is. It is. Look, guys, I get it. The kids want to see dinosaurs, but fuck, that's mean what you did to that dinosaur. He's just trying to do his thing. Like, sure, he's a predator, but like he's got to eat. That's just how dinosaurs do. I don't know. I just don't feel like he messed with that shit. So anyway, when he becomes smart, the T-Rex eats all that cereal. He turns into Doofosaurus Rex, voiced by John Goodman. Who I will say, I mean, John Goodman is fantastic.
You can't go wrong with John Goodman in any form.
He is fantastic in this movie. Yep. I mean, I think he does a great job. And I think that if this movie didn't have John Goodman voicing the main character, that it would be an entirely different movie. Yep. And that like all of the other faults of it would probably heavily outweigh John Goodman. Yeah. Even like, Rhea Perlman, she can't save this movie. Nope. John Goodman, he can do his best.
Oh, sure. He'd try.
So Rex gets on the ship and sees, oh man, there's some other dinosaurs here. And like right off the bat, the pterodon's like, let's fuck. And I was like, whoa, that's intense. All right. Because she says something about, I mean, this is probably for the adults, but I got to be honest. I was the only person in my family watching the movie, and I felt uncomfortable when she told Rex that she was about to lay an egg. When she saw him, she literally like flashbacks of kids in the hall, chicken lady, like
explosion of feathers.
Right. Yes. So, and then you meet the other. Sorry, I turned this into like a super long synopsis of We're Back. And then that's where you see the. Dweeb, the Parasaurolophus, and Woog. We also need to make sure, like how last week we made sure that Mook was not like a racial slur. We definitely need to look up Woog because I don't know. I've never heard that one before, but people said a lot of weird shit in the 20s, That's where they're eating hot dogs.
That tosses a Woog.
Yeah, don't. We need to distance ourselves from that kind of language. So then...
Okay, I'm on Urban Dictionary Woog.
Okay, please. I'll continue the excruciatingly long synopsis of this movie. So, Mark Twain is like, yo, we got to get you to the history of natural... the history of natural museum, the Museum of Natural History. So, I'm just going to like... I guess I'm going to drop... He just literally drops them into the ocean for them to sort shit out instead of dropping them off at the Museum of Natural History. Rex can't swim, which we find out. He gives them all a raft to float to the shore. They float to the shore, and then that's where they meet. They meet this kid, and this kid is like running away to join the circus. So they're like, okay, well, sweet. We need to get to the fucking museum. So, sure, let's like team up. Can you show us how to get there? And he's like, yeah, sure. I can show you how to get there. And then, but how are we going to get there? People are going to be like, what the fuck are all these dinosaurs doing? And they're like, I know. Despite the fact that we're all wearing springtime clothing, it is Thanksgiving. Did you know that? That's a happy coincidence.
Yep.
Because there's a parade. You guys can pretend to be robot dinosaurs. And that plan works just fine until John Goodman decides to fucking sing and dance.
And the one musical number in this movie.
The one musical number in the movie. Yeah. Which,
if there were several, it makes sense, but there's one.
And here, my thought was, okay, so this was my, like, after I watched the movie and I was like, damn, that was fucking short. I was like, well, there was that one musical number. I bet there were more planned. And that they, for whatever reason, cut them. Nah, that's not the case. That is not the case at all. What happened was Thomas Dolby of
Dolby Surround Sound?
Well, yes. I mean, he was definitely part of Dolby Surround Sound, but he composed They Blinded Me with Science. That's Thomas Dolby.
Uh-huh.
Thomas Dolby was like, gonna write this song. It's in the movie. And after that long sequence, they, I guess when dinosaurs sing and dance, people are like, shit, they're real. You know how famous dinosaurs are for singing and dancing. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Look at those Dragonites. Shit.
So they do, in fact, get the fuck out of there. People panic. And then they essentially find Screw Eyes. Because Screw Eyes has like what he calls what he markets an eccentric circus, which really, truly, honestly is the most interesting part of the movie is this fucking circus where it's like in Central Park where like the people dress up as fucking demons and perform this fucking perverted circus. And it's like, this is too intense for children.
You're right. It is creepy. I've seen that. I watched that part.
This is too intense for children. Where Screw Eyes tricks. He's like, so like the kids are like, we want to join the circus. And he's like, no, you don't. And they're like, yes, we do. We hate our lives. We hate our parents. We want to be in the circus. And he's like, all right, just put your blood on this blank piece of paper.
Yeah. I'm really close with Ursula the Sea Witch. Learned this from her. So here is our blood pact.
Right. And they're like, look, we hang out with doofus dinosaurs. Of course we're idiots. And then they like bled their bloody thumb on it. And he's like, guess what, you dumb shits? I fucking own you now. And they're like, no. And then the dinosaurs are like, fuck, shit. There's got to be something we can do. And then this is my favorite leap of logic in the entire movie. And look, I get it. This is a kid's movie. I get it. It's fine. You like it. It's fine. I'm not trying to. I am shitting on it.
And well, strangely, coincidentally, Screw Eyes, this guy is also the evil twin brother to New Eyes, who was behind all getting the dinosaurs in the first place.
Right.
He didn't like try to seek out the dinosaurs to get him. They found him.
This seems like maybe New Eyes isn't the great guy that we thought he was, because maybe he's like, you know what, my brother sure could use some fucking scary dinosaurs in his eccentric circus.
But he's really prideful. We'll just take him. I'll try to give him to him. So I got to trick some kids.
Right. Look, 2 kids lose their souls. That's nothing compared to my brother's happiness.
This is a hobo kid anyway, and a spoiled rich kid. No one gives a fuck.
So yes, they put their bloody thumbs on the document. The dinosaurs are like, oh shit! And then my favorite fucking leap of logic in the movie is Screw Eyes is like to the dinosaurs, what the fuck are you going to do about it? I know you had brain grain, and that makes you intelligent, and that means you know this is a legally binding document. Yeah. And it's like, okay. And then he's like, and because you're intelligent, you're good, and that means that you will honor this contract. That's some weird messaging there. I don't know, man. I feel like if I were a smart dinosaur, I'd be like, well, I'm smart, but
I do know 20th century human law. So that's true. That is innate knowledge. Instinct.
Also, I know necromancy when I see it, and I'm going to eat this guy.
Well, no, I'm smart, so I'm automatically good. There are no evil smart people ever in the world.
So the dinosaurs are like, please.
I mean, some might argue the more intelligent you are, the more evil you are. So I don't know.
I don't know. Look. I don't know either.
I'm not saying Impresario Tony is evil or anything, but I don't know.
Well, I don't know either. What I do know is that the dinosaurs are like, fuck, we'll do anything. Jesus fucking Christ, God, stop, make it stop. Because Screw Eyes is like, I can do anything I want to these fucking kids. And there's like, oh God, this is going to get real fucking dark. And then he turns them to the monkeys and it's like, oh, thank God.
Then I'm going to fuck these monkey kids.
No. Who wants a banana? No, this movie is super darker than Jurassic Park. So they're like, so the kids are all now monkeys, and the dinosaurs are like, please, we'll do anything. And he's like, okay. Here, I developed this pill.
Fuck this car. Yeah. It's going to be real big in 20 years.
Yeah. Here, I made this pill. It's called Brain Drain. Brain drain.
I make opposites to everything my brother does.
Yes. I feel like...
For no reason, really, but just to do it.
I feel like Dr. New Eyes needs to go to Mount Ordeals and fucking get rid of Screw Eye, like, once and for all. Because, like, something...
Maybe he did.
Oh, shit.
And that's where Screw Eyes came from.
Kane style.
Yeah. I'm doing this of my own free will.
We're back. A dinosaur story. The
redemption tale gone wrong of a good attention scientist.
So
also the tagline for Jurassic Park. It works on both sides.
No, it's perfect. It's perfect. The tagline for We're Back should be like, if you think this is the worst dinosaur movie you'll ever see, someone literally kills a raptor with gymnastics in the future. She didn't kill it. I know it. Don't at me. But
still, she heard it real bad.
She heard it real bad. Bad enough.
Bad enough it wasn't a problem anymore.
So
she disposed of a raptor with gymnastics.
There we go. Perfect.
And a window.
Yeah. Right. God, it sounds like some mafia shit.
And a pipe conveniently placed like, right. Uneven bars.
Roll that raptor up in that rug and fucking throw him in the river and be done with it.
What are we going to do with the Steamworks over here? We'll make sure all the pipes are done as if uneven bars were hanging from the ceiling. Yeah. It's a weird OSHA regulation. Right. I don't know why we'd ever have to do it. It says
right here in the handbook, in case of an emergency, we need to gymnastics our way the fuck out of here.
It's got the dummy with arrows pointing.
If you'll refer to figure B, you will see you need to do a triple somersault out the window at the top of the building.
Now, Earl, get your fucking fat ass up there.
We need to make sure if there is a raptor attack that we are able to use all of our physical abilities to get out.
We are all former Russian gymnastics that John Hammond has gone out of his way to recruit and forced to be the maintenance crew here on Jurassic Park.
Sir, are you sure this is correct? It says here that I should construct this so that a 70-pound girl can dispose of a raptor? That's right.
Yeah.
Weren't these like really hard to like deal with in the first movie?
Did they have this uneven bars in the first movie? No,
but that Australian guy had a gun.
Guns are goddamn useless. You know it.
Raptors that's their weakness. You cast a Libra on a raptor and it just comes up gymnastics. So, the dinosaurs.
Use the debilitator. Weakness. Gymnastics.
Right? So, the dinosaurs. We're back. They're like, fuck, we'll do anything to make these kids not monkeys. And then Screw Eyes is like, eat these pills. It's called Brain Drain. Like you said, he makes the opposite of everything his brother does. No. So they eat it, and then they turn back into the cool dinosaurs that people want. Mm-hmm. And they're like, so he shackles them all up. He's like, fuck yeah, this is like a fucking hot ass attraction for my eccentric circus. So he like shackles them all up, and then like there's a show, and people are there, and the dinosaurs are all rah, and the people are all like, oh shit, losing their minds, right? And
These are way scarier than the dinosaurs that were singing and dancing in the
Right,
Macy's Day Parade earlier.
Which honestly is very weird. Okay, so like the audience of the eccentric circus are clearly more intelligent than the people watching the Macy's Day Parade.
That lines up. That lines up.
Because never once has someone in the eccentric circus audience been like, look at those robots. They just fucking accept it. Like, fucking dinosaurs! And maybe it's because they don't look derpy. Maybe that's, maybe that's it. But anyway, then we find out that Dr. Screw Eyes can hypnotize dinosaurs with his screw eye.
Yeah.
Because he's like, great character design, really, honestly, for Screw Eye, because like the screw always kind of like lines up where it's like his pupil is like this slit, right? So I like that, and he's got like this green energy that like comes out, and like so he starts hypnotizing Rex, right? And then
So it's like he's using the brain projector thing from Batman Forever.
oh my god, yes. Oh my, that the Riddler made?
Yeah.
right.
They get all the intelligence and all the secret from the whole city.
Oh
Yeah.
God, yes. Oh Jesus Christ, you're right. This lines up. We need to do the We're Back Batman Forever parallel is what we need to do. So he's hypnotizing Rex to like, I guess just
Hey Rex, show me how to punch a guy.
Wow, man, you remember 100%
I
more
watched it
lines
a
from that
lot
movie.
as a kid. I had this on VHS and I watched. It was my first Batman movie. So
no.
yeah.
So he's trying to, so Dr. Screw Eye's trying to like hypnotize Rex, and then it's working, right? And it's like, oh no, he's going to control these dinosaurs. God knows he's probably going to like fuck them. And that's just going to be gross.
That's gonna be hot and like. I'm gonna make a ton of money at first, but
People are going to get tired. We're going to have to make new dinosaurs.
yeah. I mean, they get once you see a guy fucking
My
T-Rex
God.
like 10 times, you're gonna over it.
I'm going to have to pretend the T-Rex is my dad at some point. Hit all the niches.
The T-Rex gets stuck in the dryer. And it's like, what are you doing, step ringleader?
I'm going to have to give him fucking like heavy mascara and striped socks. He'll be an E-Rex for a minute. So he's hypnotizing Rex, and then the little boy is like, "No, I love you," and then the power of love like breaks the spell, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they just like get away. I think it's pretty much how that boils down.
Mm-hmm.
So they leave, and then honestly, the coolest part of the movie is how spoilers. Screw Eye, I guess, dies. He's like all alone in the darkness, and like every time you've seen him before, there's like all these fucking like crows and shit. And so he's like, it's just him and the crows, and then the crows just fucking swoop down all at once, cover his body, and then fly away, and he's gone, except for his fucking Screw Eye that hits the ground, and then one crow flies down and picks that motherfucker up.
Well,
and
then he
flies
goes
away.
to Naruto and he becomes Itachi.
Oh yeah, right, yeah. So I don't know. To me,
Murdered by crows.
right. I know that a lawyer was eaten in Jurassic
We were
Park.
waiting for you not to have any dinosaur guards. Everyone knows crow is weak to dinosaur.
That is true. That lines up. That's at least how it was when I played Pokemon Moon.
Pokemon Crow and Pokemon Dinosaur.
Yeah, Crow was way strong against dinosaur type. So then they get to the museum, and the kids are all like dinosaurs, and everything's good. So there we go.
Yeah, sounds
That's the
pretty
movie.
good.
All right, you ready to talk about the game?
I've got some definitions of woog real quick.
Oh, please. Good Lord.
All right, a woog, a rare creature often found in the forests of the Northeast.
Of what?
Just says the Northeast.
Just the Northeast. Proper
the
noun.
Northeast.
The Northeast. What
Going to a woog sitting.
was this fucking Game of Thrones? Like, what do you mean the Northeast?
Yeah. It's the other wall where the woogs are.
The Woog Wall.
Very cool or the ultimate. Like, that kid is real woog.
It's real wizard, Annie.
A word said in surprise to accentuate how surprised you are. Woog!
Woog!
That monkey fell out of the sky. Woog means the same thing as woot.
Gotcha. Short for a wolf whose eyes pop out of his skull.
A wooga.
It's an abbreviation. Woog! When you don't have time to say a wooga, when a fly lady enters your
She's
vision.
too hot and she's moving too fast.
Woog!
Woog.
Quick, yell at her.
Woogs is to have sexual intercourse with a female. I met up with that girl last night. Did you woogs it? Yeah, we was woogsing all night.
Did you woogs it? Can you please tell me the year that was submitted to Urban Dictionary?
2005.
My guess was going to be 2008.
A massage technique similar to cross fiber friction.
What? I don't know.
I pulled a muscle in my lower back. Would you mind wooging it a bit?
Shit, dog. You wooged it.
There we go. That's it.
Shit, dog. All right. All right. I thought it was like when you hit a golf ball into like a water hazard.
Wooged.
Oh, fuck.
Wooged
Wooged it.
Well, this Super Nintendo game, we're back, A Dinosaur Story, exemplifies everything that I hate about SNES platformers. And I don't really understand how else. Well, I know how else they kind of could have gotten around it, but making Rex the main character just leans into why everything wrong with Super Nintendo platformers.
All right. I think I know where you're going with this, but I'd like to hear it.
You're a T-Rex. You're too fucking big.
Yep.
He's huge.
They do. It is an innate design problem
Yeah.
where it's like your main character is supposed to be huge.
Yeah.
Because you need to make them big on the screen.
Yeah.
If they're
Otherwise,
a
it
dinosaur.
doesn't make sense.
Right.
Because he's so big, so every time you turn, you're shifting the screen. When you jump up a little bit, you're shifting the screen. It's just...
Yeah, the camera pans every time you turn.
It's awful.
Every
Jumping
time.
up and down, and then you have to jump up so much. Every single jump becomes a leap of faith. You cannot see where you're landing at all. It's fucking terrible.
It's very bad.
So it's like, okay,
very
well,
bad.
maybe I'm Rex in this level, and I'll switch over. Maybe I'm Moog in the next level. This will make sense.
No.
No.
No,
No.
you're not. Tyler, do you hear that?
Yes, Dave.
It sounds like a
The chugga 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 woog woog.
man. You know what? When I was a kid, I used to hate hearing my parents woog in the other room. And that's what I'm hearing right now.
Would you quit woogs in it?
Damn it, Daddy. Stop woogsing it so hard.
No.
I came from there, Daddy. Stop woogsing it.
I heard of the Woogs cave.
I used to live there, man.
You're wrecking my house.
Of course I hear that, which ushers in a segment that we like to call Dave Reads from Wikipedia.
I'm just already bitch about this game.
No. And I get it. And I want to give you the floor for sure. But I want people to know that this game is a platformer first.
Yeah.
This is the entry on Wikipedia, which is a short paragraph that is within the Wikipedia entry for the movie. But I feel like we've done the movie to death. We don't need to do that anymore. Video game. Several video game adaptations of the film were released in 1993 by High Tech Expressions for the SNES, Sega Genesis, PC, and Game Boy. I played a little bit of the Game Boy game. So I've got at least a paragraph on that.
Nice. Woog.
Yeah, Woog. Let's make it a thing.
All right.
Want to make it a thing? Woog. The SNES and PC version were developed by Visual Concepts. The Genesis
Booty
version...
Doo Kenner? Woog.
Woog. You remember we invented a language?
Only took us 20 years, and we did it.
Only took us 20 years and bits and pieces and scraps of pop culture. We're like these fucking like magpies just stealing things from here. Baubles. We're just gathering baubles and
We're
bringing it back.
spiteful crows of terminology.
Real wounds.
In the end, only Sandwich Rope Phil speaks Tadpog.
Let's see. And then the Genesis version was developed by Funcom. The Game Boy version was developed by Beam Software and is an altered version of the game Baby T-Rex. Yep, they took a game and altered it and slapped a weird back on the front box.
Always goes well.
And then that is all they say about the game on Wikipedia.
Yeah, because I can't imagine, like, this game is, I don't know.
It's terrible, Tyler.
It's terrible.
It's terrible. It's real bad.
Because there are all the enemies are little Louis De Palmas walking around firing guns every now and then randomly.
I know. They're like the fucking like Hamburglar who lost his hat.
Yeah.
or Ada's hat, because they're all just like, why do you have to make them look like this?
The big nose, bald, wife beaters, black rim glasses, and guns, black pants, just kind of meandering around.
Oh, dude, that reminds me to maybe give us a little perspective on the game. Maybe, I don't know, how do you think Rex would feel about this game?
That's true.
The instruction manual for this game is fucking bananas because it is entirely written from the perspective of Rex, the Tyrannosaurus from the movie.
So as usual, I have to do it in the very country voice.
God, please do a country. Wait, do you not have a good John Goodman?
I don't.
Well, you can maybe oh brother, where art thou, John Goodman? Can you do that?
Okay, yeah.
That's Southern. That's
that.
country.
I like a little bit of molasses is coming out of my mouth. All right.
Fucking perfect. You nailed it.
Hi there. I bet you're wondering what a dinosaur is doing writing a manual to a video game. Well, I'll tell you. See, I'm smart. I wasn't as smart a long time ago. A long time ago, I was 10 tons of stupid dinosaur with an attitude and a temper. A real terror. It's just my good fortune that one day an inventor from the future, a gentleman by the name of New Eyes, decided to test market his new product on the good dinosaurs of the earth. They gave us this brain grain cereal. Trademark.
I want to pause for just a second. Just to interject, what poor child had this game and did not know that it was based on a movie? I mean, I get it. Like, they want to cover all their bases, but I mean, let's be honest. If you've got this game, you probably saw the movie, right?
I hope so.
Oh, God. Or it's like you wanted to go see it, and your parents are like, you can rent the game at Blockbuster.
You love dinosaur games. Here's one. We
Right?
found it. Somebody out there probably.
Absolutely, 100%. I mean, that sounds, kind of, I can relate to that a little bit.
Somebody, yeah. The stuff gave us brain cereal, smartened us up and mellowed us out. Now it seems you kids in the future have developed quite a fan club for us dinosaurs. So thanks to Captain New Eyes time traveling, we're able to make it here and see you all. Our first friends were Louie and Cecilia, two brave New York kids who had run away from home. Together, we were to seek out Dr. Juliet Bleeb, voiced by Julia Childs, at the Museum of Natural History. But New Eyes' evil brother, the dastardly Professor Screw Eyes, who inexplicably ran a circus, had terrible plans for us. He thought he could turn us into some kind of circus attraction and make us all dumb and angry again with his brain drain formula.
Some kind of fuck puppets.
He said he was going to shove his hand up my ass and fuck my giant dinosaur throat. He kept shouting something about Vor. Vor, they'll love you. You'll be a pretty Vor girl.
I'm sorry, did you say Vorb? Vorb, Jay Leno's character in the movie?
Oh,
or did you say
I mean, Vor, the erotic act of swallowing.
I got to be honest with you. All that like force feeding of cereal is starting to make a lot more sense from Vorb.
Yeah. He's in the You know why they call me Vorb?
Shit, do you know why Vor is a thing?
Yeah.
We're Back came out in 1993.
To lure us in, he kidnapped Bluey and Cecilia. Now it's up to me, Rex, that's me, and my buddies, Dweeb, Woog, and Elsa. So we had to give the girl a pretty name and the boys dumb names like Dweeb and Woog to help find and rescue them, but we'll need your help.
Oh, my God. So the whole fucking manual reads like that, where he's telling you like things like, my favorite part of the manual is when they're talking about how the lives system works in it. You know, like in a video game, you die and you lose a life. Rex makes sure to tell you that in this video game, there are no lives, only chances. You don't lose a life, you lose chances.
But
right.
when he dies,
Well, loses the chance, Tyler.
Loses a
Fuck,
chance,
dude.
Loses a chance. He explodes into bones.
It's like a Mortal Kombat fatality without the blood.
The first time I died was in the subway.
Did you get hit by a train? Yeah. That's an insta kill.
You get hit by a subway train and explode into bones. Waka waka.
Yeah. You know what game that doesn't happen in? Jurassic Park. No one explodes in the bones in Jurassic Park.
Just dust and bones.
It's literally a dust cloud, like a Heathcliff style, like like fighting cloud, and then bones shooting out of it.
Don't you love as Rex the T-Rex climbing up the drain pipes of buildings in New York?
I do. And at one point he climbs the Empire State Building. Which doesn't happen in the movie. So here's what I love about...
Does he jump on balloons in the movie that support his weight?
Kind of, sort of. In the Thanksgiving Day parade, which, busts loose. Everyone's like, oh, shit.
About throwing baseballs.
I'm sorry?
Throwing baseballs?
Throwing baseballs?
Because you have that projectile that you throw that isn't...
Oh, that's a rock.
It's a rock?
Yeah.
I thought it was a baseball.
Yeah, that'd be so great. If he just had a bunch of giant baseballs that he threw. God damn it. That would be fucking fantastic. And it would seem like something they might do because they're like, this is in New York. They love baseball.
Yeah, New York Yankees. Come on, throw a fucking
They got
rock.
a baseball. What are there more of in New York? Rocks or baseballs, huh? You tell me.
Rex is more of a Mets fan.
So... in the movie, there is in the parade, yes, there is a big Spider-Man balloon that does support Rex's weight, but he jumps. So Spider-Man is kind of like spread eagle prone, and Rex absolutely jumps on Spider-Man's butt to the point where it is extremely sexual in nature. His tail slaps between Spider-Man's thighs. So yeah, there are balloons in the movie that support his weight.
I saw a random TikTok the other day where a guy was rolling and on a few tables, and he would draw Marvel heroes as D&D characters off a random table.
You watch way more wholesome TikTok videos than I do.
He got Spider-Man, and to draw Spider-Man as a cleric. How the fuck do I draw Spider-Man as a cleric? So he drew him traditional Spider-Man colors and poses, only he was armored and was a cleric of Lolth, and they'd done up as a drow.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
You can do a lot with cleric. Yeah. Just because there's so many gods, right? Yeah. I'm glad that they did that.
I also got another TikTok I want to play so we can discuss what this guy says. It's later on in the show.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's good. So on Lolth and clerics of Lolth, Driders. Mm-hmm. What's the origin of Driders? Isn't it like they've wanted to have sex with Lolth or something like that?
I think she punishes them.
Okay.
She punishes males by turning them into Driders.
Okay.
For failing her.
I knew it was definitely like a male, like a domination over the men, kind of the male drows.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I always thought that was really interesting. Like Driders, just
I mean, I like it's overdone. But,
it's super overdone.
But
yeah.
I do like.
But it's cool.
Drow Society.
Yeah.
There's a
cool.
reason it's overdone.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, because there's so much fucking lore and depth kind of like baked into it, and they're just way cooler than giants. Yo, Melissa, you want to record? We're talking about We're Back, a Dinosaur Story.
Thank you. She brought us brownies and ice cream. Thank you.
Uh-oh.
In here?
No,
Oh.
in the house. I was
A 2-year-old's on the loose. Thank. All right, I'm gonna eat this brownie and this ice cream. You can talk about whatever you want.
Here, while you do that, I'm gonna play this TikTok.
Do we have the rights to this TikTok?
I don't know. Do we need rights to a TikTok?
I don't know. Has Hanna-Barbera already bought them?
Well, just to sell Steven Spielberg for the rights. It's a movie. Let me bring it up. It was Brandy Jr. sent it to it. No, Melissa sent it to me.
Do you have a TikTok account?
I do. Oh, shit. It was taken down.
Oh, good segment.
Yeah. Yeah.
That sucks.
It was a pastor talking about as a kid he was lured into how his mother punished him whenever, because he encouraged other boys to not do it, to where they'd be caught taking off their clothes and pouring sand into their butt cracks.
And doing what to the butt cracks?
Pouring sand into their butt cracks. His mother caught him, sent the other boy home, and thoroughly spanked him, telling him to never pour sand in boys' butt cracks ever again.
Was sand shooting out of his ass
hope
every
so.
time she spanked him? Just like he's like Donald Duck. I can see why it was taken down. Someone probably didn't like that.
Yeah.
We definitely couldn't get the rights to that one.
Okay, so this game, first level, so you're the dinosaur running through New York, which is a bunch of big buildings, the Louis De Palmas walking around, barrels that randomly shoot up fire. There are brain grain pellets you can find, summons for the other dinosaurs. The other dinosaurs, while I think you should play a different one every level to have some variety.
Or choose, right? Or choose the one you want to play as. That'd be nice. Or have an option.
Instead, they're like maximum carnage summons, to where like one will bust down walls for you. The other
Woog the wall buster.
He's the only one that I used.
Woog the wall stretcher.
The pterodactyl
Elsa
flies you to different areas.
who puts her butthole on the back of your neck when she flies you places.
Suction cups you. Yeah.
Yeah, that strong cloaca muscle. Rex, I know you have small arms, sweetie. This is the best we can do.
We can do.
The pterodactyl death grip.
And who was the other one?
Dweeb.
Dweeb. What is? I can't remember what Dweeb does.
I can't tell you. I have no idea. He's in it. Don't know what he does.
You can summon him. He's there. I don't know what he does.
No idea what he does. You can also summon Vorb, and Vorb feeds you brain grain.
Yeah.
And the way brain grain works is in the game, if you collect enough of it, and this is counter to the movie, because the whole thing about the movie is, you eat the brain grain, it makes you smarter, so you don't need to use physical violence. Like that's the whole like crux of how they're going to safely bring dinosaurs back to the modern day. They're going to doofize them, and that's how you do it. But in the video game, when you eat enough brain grain, you get more attacks. So like you can do a tail swipe if you eat enough brain grain, or you can do like a stomp, like a ground stomp, and that will clear off like all the enemies on the screen.
So it's more like Bloodsport.
Yeah, I mean, so it doesn't make a lot of sense. But yes, if you summon Vorb, he will feed you enough brain grain essentially to do like a tail swipe.
Because your goal is to get to the end wooden end sign just planted somewhere at the end of the stage. Once you touch it, then you're done.
Mm-hmm.
Rex kind of looks at the screen, giving a doofy smile, and you're done. I cleared that world. I cleared the second world where you're doing pretty much the exact same thing. Get to the end, and the third stage is the subway stage.
Mm-hmm.
So as soon as you spawn and start that world, there's a Louis De Palma there. You kill, or you just fall straight down onto the subway tracks.
Right.
Which
I did.
Almost immediately, a subway train comes out and instantly kills you.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah, and it's such a problem apparently that is mentioned in the instruction manual. There's a hits and tips section, and it's like subway trains will kill you in one hit, or make you lose one chance. Sorry, no one dies in this game. No one dies.
I have to wait. I figured once if I counted to 15, I could drop and then run very quickly up to the next platform where I could jump up. Mm-hmm. But now there are spiders in this stage, who also you can't touch. These humans will fuck you up. These spiders going up and down will fuck you up. You have to throw rocks at them.
You can jump on them, but what's fucking weird is like, you're a dinosaur, but you have to jump on a human twice to get rid of it.
Yep.
You have to jump on a spider twice to get rid of it. You are a dinosaur, and you're very large on the screen.
Yep.
And you have to jump on like tiny humans. tiny,
very tiny
humans twice in order to kill them.
But I played this on my Retro Pi, and there is some unknown combination of buttons that if I pressed them, it would reset my game. So I played it and got back here 3 times, and in my haste to get out of the fuck of the way from the subway, I kept restarting my game. So then I just fucking quit.
Yeah. Well, Tyler, I finished this game.
Good.
I cheated in order to do it.
Perfect.
But I did play every level. There's a level select code. So I used that to play all the levels, and here's what you missed. Not a lot. You did not miss a lot. Once you get to the city, it essentially follows the plot of the movie up to a point. So you go, and there's like a whole world for the Thanksgiving parade, which is infuriating because it is essentially just a platforming maze that's made out of balloons.
In perfect sense.
At the end of each world, you do fight Screw Eyes, and he is in some kind of Dr. Wily contraption every time. So there is that. My favorite is when you fight him at one point, and he this is at the eccentric circus world. He's up in this room where it has like a big plunger button, like a Sonic style like button that he jumps on, and every time he jumps on it, this enormous Jack in the Box, bigger than a dinosaur, that's how I know how big it is, pops out and throws dynamite, and you have to jump on the Jack in the Box's head like 1,000,000 times in order to kill it. My favorite thing about it is the most ridiculous thing about that fight is a lot of times the dynamite doesn't even explode on you. It just like slaps. It just slaps you. It's just the blunt trauma of dynamite hitting you. So yeah, there's a lot of that. There's a lot of platforming. There's a Central Park level, which is not a lot of fun. None of it's fun. And a lot of like the irony of the brain grain mechanic is that it's way harder to try to collect brain grain to get the powers to kill enemies that you don't really need to kill. You can just fucking avoid enemies.
That's what I kept
and
doing.
Just try to get through the game.
On all of my replays, run.
Why would you use a tail swipe? Like, what is in the game that you need to use a tail swipe against? Fucking nothing. Nothing. You just jump on it twice. I know I just bitched about jumping on it twice, but just jump on it twice. Yep. It's way easier than fucking scouring this this labyrinth for cereal.
It's a shitty, poorly made game.
And you're right. Yeah, absolutely it is. And you're right about like the thing that sucks the most about Rex being a dinosaur and being big is like, I feel like they succeeded in making him feel big because first of all, he's big. Second of all, when he turns, it takes forever. Like if he's facing right and you press left, it's like, okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, he's turned. Like it is like, okay, they wanted his to feel big and unwieldy, but like they succeeded in that.
They did it perfect in a platformer. You love that.
But they didn't ask. They were too busy asking if they could.
They're all about coulda, not shoulda.
Right. That's a mistake. It was a mistake.
We made cancer airborne and contagious. We made Rex huge and unwieldy. It's Patton Oswalt. Oswalt. But yeah, this whole is there another bus fight against some big robot dragon?
Yeah, you fight a crane, essentially, that he's repurposed to be a dragon.
Remember that children's book about the crane that was like alive? Like the scoop part had eyes?
Vaguely.
God, I just remember loving that book as a kid. Just popped in my head when you said that. Crane. Oh, that one book.
So.
See what I can find for the show notes.
Yeah, please. I'm curious what it is. I've probably heard of it. I just can't. The little blue truck is the thing that comes to my mind, but I know that's not it. So, Eventually, the game runs out of content, which is funny because it's based on a movie that was based on a tiny book. So, of course, it ran out of content. They're like, okay, the movie essentially ends at the eccentric circus with all that shit where the crows eat screw eyes and then we're done. So it's like, okay. But in the game, you get to the eccentric circus, which I guess just has big pools of piss. I don't know what it is. It's yellow liquid. I don't recall ever seeing any lava in New York City when I visited, but maybe.
You didn't look hard enough.
Clearly
you didn't
that-
go to Hell's Kitchen. That's where all the lava is.
Oh, shit. Damn it. Yeah,
Daredevil and the lava.
you're right. That's like a lot of Murdoch's lawsuits involve burning from lava and acid occasionally, but mainly lava. So once you get to the eccentric circus, now all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, what do we do? Climb the Empire State Building. Okay. So the game all of a sudden changes from platforming to you're playing a really long level of Rampage, which I like Rampage just fine, but
Well, it's not about violence, so it's more like meander.
right. And it is super weird because it feels like it goes from, shit, we need another level. Didn't we like put together a proof of concept for a Spider-Man game? Yeah, we did. Put that in it. And so you climb the Empire State Building, and then the only level in the game, this is the only level in the game that is timed. All of a sudden, there's a timer. And it's like, yo, dude, you have 5 seconds fewer than you need to climb the Empire State Building. Are you good with that?
Oh, God.
So you're trying to climb while it's like, also the fucking climb is ridiculous because they don't even take the time to make it look. Of course, it's going to look stupid because you're a Tyrannosaurus Rex and you're using all of your limbs to climb.
Yep, your tiny arms, you're looking straight up, flat up against the wall.
So
It's fucking-
right off the bat, bad idea. But they were like, how can we make this worse? Okay, how about we make your limbs in the background visible so it looks like as if you're not holding on to anything at all. When he climbs, you can see all of his limbs at like any given time.
Yep.
So it's just like they didn't even like bother to make that. They're like, it doesn't need to look good. It's fine. Look,
Once you get to the lip of a cliff or the ledge, like you still keep climbing straight up, so you can still have your legs in the wall, and then he's holding on straight up, like not holding on to anything.
Right,
Like
yeah.
everything about it is lazy.
yeah, it's
and
lazy.
shitty.
It is. It's lazy. And I get it. It's a cash grab game, but fuck, dude. Like we've played other movie tie-ins, I feel like, that have been like way better than this.
Had more polish.
Yeah, for sure. Or more interesting ideas.
At least there was a giant muscular Riddler at the end of Batman Forever.
Okay, well, that game was a flaming pile of turds. But like, I can't remember the No Escape. Was that the Ray Liotta?
the other, like this movie's gonna be huge. Make a Super Nintendo game out of it.
I feel like, look, that was a better game than We're Back, a dinosaur
yeah.
story.
Yeah, well,
because
absolutely.
at least it was like trying to be a
Yeah.
good game. Like you can tell that the people making it were like,
Don't give a fuck.
let's make a good game. But when We're Back, they're like, fuck, man, I guess
Let's
kids are
make
gonna play
a
it.
game.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, as long as we can put some bits.
It's
on-
Dr. Screw Eyes. Let's ruin some Christmases.
Put some bits on plastic and ship it. It's essentially like what was written on the whiteboard in the We're Back, a Dinosaur's Tale office story. Sorry. So you climb the Empire State Building, which again doesn't happen in the movie. Why are you climbing the Empire State Building? To get to Screw Eyes' fucking UFO. It also doesn't happen in the movie. He doesn't have one. That's the other guy. That's the good scientist.
It's so weird that like they just wander into the villain. The villain has nothing to do with the story. It seems like they could have completely like evaded the villain.
Absolutely. And in the movie, like the villain even like straight up tells the kids, not verbatim, but fuck off, essentially. And then they press the issue. They're like, no, we really want to join the circus, damn it. And he's like, fucking fine. I tried to warn you. It's the devil's rule. I gotta give you one out. But if you come back,
That's it. Yeah, your soul's mine.
your soul's
All right.
mine. That's just how Christianity works.
Souls
dog.
and buttholes. Sorry. That's Catholicism.
Sorry. I warned you. You didn't listen. So yeah, you get into his UFO, and then there are levels there are levels, platforming levels inside the UFO that are very reminiscent of and I don't know which one came out first, but the very first levels of the Lost Vikings, when you're in the spaceship that abducts them, like it looks like that. And these levels fucking suck real bad. They fucking suck real bad.
Yeah.
And it's because like the level design is just like, I mean, it's a maze, which is like, I guess that would be fun maybe if we had a character that wasn't so like unwieldy and like could make precision jumps. And and also like what's crazy is they lead you through the level with arrows while there are fucking eggs that you can collect as points. It's like, did you motherfuckers never play a Mario game where they lead you to the game with coins? Eggs are coins, you idiots!
Well, it's still not very clear. I don't know what, like, do I follow the eggs? Like, I don't know.
It's like they wanted to hide the eggs, and it's like, no one gives a shit about the points, my dude. Just fucking use the eggs as the arrows. It's fine. This game sucks real bad.
Yep.
And it sucks in the way that it's like the worst kind of sucking. It's like, it's just the lazy slot. It's just not giving a shit.
Yep.
That's the worst. I'd rather there be a bad game where it's like, well, we fucking tried some shit. You know what I mean?
We took a risk. It didn't work.
It did not work, but we tried. You know, or we tried to save it with charm or something. Like I just feel like that didn't happen in this game.
Oh yeah, nothing. Flat.
Sorry, I got upset about we're back.
It's flat. Hey, it's flat garbage.
Yeah, it is pretty bad. It is pretty bad. And then like the last boss fight is essentially an exercise in like figure it out.
Love it.
Figure it out. Because it's like the problems that you were like pointing out, like with the platforming segments, they wrap up into a boss fight where they're like, okay, you're in a big room. The boss is inside of a mech that shoots orbs. Okay, cool. There are 4 plungers. I hit one. I don't know what the fuck that did. I hit another one. I don't know what that did either. I hit another one. Who the fuck knows? Am I supposed to even use these? Am I supposed to jump on his head? I tried jumping on his head. I die. It's like, okay, it has to do with these plungers. Something about these plungers. And then Grim pointed out, I don't know if he was looking at a guide or what, but it's like the plungers activate like a force field that you're supposed to bounce the shots from the mech on back to the mech. And it's like, oh, okay. There's no... The fucking force field.
It's a mechanic used the whole time, right?
The entire game you're doing this. Yes, of course. No, this is the first fucking time. And it's like, okay, so like they don't even really give you a good way of figuring it out.
I know you dinosaurs and that you're smart. You know about human law and ricocheting force fields.
Dude, if there was ever a game where it's like, I know we joke about like the Be Wolverine button, but there needs to be a button where you just fucking lose all your brain gray, and it's just like, guess what? You're a real dinosaur now.
You turn into the raptor from Jurassic Park.
Right? Like the game, it pops up a message, and it's like, what you're about to do will change the ending. You'll get the evil ending, but do you want to do it? And it's like, yeah, I do. What am I going to get? Well, you're invincible, and you don't have to figure out any of these bullshit puzzles that don't make sense.
You're a raptor, so you can open the door to the cockpit of his machine and get in there and kill him.
We give you 2 other raptors to distract them while you do it. But like you hit one of the plungers, and it's like the force fields are an entire screen away. So you can't, there's no correlation between hitting the plunger. You can't see it.
That fucking figures.
So it's just like I'm pressing these plungers and nothing is happening. Meanwhile, on the one screen over, force fields are going up. And by the way, the force fields just look like tiny green lights. That's all. They just look like, like the Christmas lights that that blink.
Yep.
They just kind of look like that. And it's like, to me, I honestly thought it was just background UFO shit. It's like, oh, look at that ambiance. No, it's a force field that you're supposed to use as a mechanic.
So fucking dumb.
But see, once I was told that, it was like, oh, this is literally the easiest boss fight in the game, because there's a safe spot where he can't hit you, so you just wait for him to go back, and then you jump down and hit those plungers. And it's like, but figuring it out is like, oh my God, like, could they make this any more obtuse?
I'm out of shit. What else do I do? I've used all my Kraken soups and my brain food lunches. We're all out of pee-pee. Fuck, I guess Paula can pray. I don't know what the fuck else to do. That's what you're supposed to do.
I mean, look, man, I often forget about my least favorite part of Earthbound.
Yep. No, it is. Absolutely is. It is.
But it is kind of one of those moments in We're Back where it's just like, I don't know what to do. And then it's just like, oh, that? Okay. They could have fixed it. They honestly could have fixed it by doing 2 things or even just 1 thing. Make it so that when you hit the plunger, you see something happen so that you can figure it out. So you can be like, oh,
on the same screen.
I have to do something. Right, exactly. I have to do something with this as opposed to.
For all those Mega Man games where you shoot something on Sigma and something happens 2 screens away where you have to dash back over. Right. You know, that classic Mega Man trope.
Right. Yeah, this game sucked real bad.
Yep.
It sucked real bad. I didn't play the Genesis version, but I watched a little bit of it. Mm-hmm. It looked much better.
Okay.
Because it was, first of all, you play as Louie, the kid. So it's like right off the bat, it's
makes
like
a little more sense. Makes a little more, yeah.
And like I said, I don't know how it controls, but I mean, the platforming looked better because he's a smaller sprite. Mm-hmm. It kind of gave me, just from watching it a little bit, gave me some Aladdin vibes, just a little bit.
Okay.
So it looked better. Also, the main reason I checked it out is because I saw the print ad for the Genesis version that said something along the lines of like, it was like a drawing of all the dinosaurs, Woog included, in the print ad, and it said 10 tons of 3D action, and I was like, 3D action. What? On the Sega Genesis. So I was like, yep, I got to look this up.
Well, Dinosaurs is the first D.
Right. Yeah. Disappointment are the other 2 Ds. It's a double dose of disappointment. So yeah, I was watching it, and it's like interstitial between like the platforming you're doing as a little boy is you are Rex using a pickup truck as a skateboard in a 3D segment, going through weaving through traffic.
Okay.
So I guess what I'm trying to say is
that's a little more 90s radical right there.
It definitely was. This game, like the SNES game, gave me like hardcore DOS vibes. Especially because like in between each scene, like each world, there's this scene, right? There's this cut scene where like the very first one is hilarious because it's Dr. New Eyes talking to Rex, and they do not know how, it's obvious they do not know how to deal with the fact that these 2 characters are wildly different sizes. Mm-hmm. So you've got like Dr. New Eyes, they're like sitting on a counter. And it's like all you could see are just their heads peeking up because they're just like, I don't know what to do. I guess just show their heads peeking up over a counter.
The Muppets do it, it's fine.
Right. And you see Rex's head, but they don't know what to do with the rest of his. They're like, I guess make his neck taper down. So it's just like, it's like he has no body. It's just like he's a giant tadpole or some shit.
Perfect.
But like what the best part about it and what gave me the DOS vibes was it gave you dialogue line by like typing out like quickly.
Yeah.
And then it's like, so they end their conversation. It's this whole thing where it's like, Rex, I need you to go and save these children. And Rex is like, I will do my best. Rex, also keep in mind.
I can't promise anything. As
Right.
an intelligent dinosaur, I have, sort of a realistic understanding of my limitations.
Right, exactly. Yes.
I mean, I could bite, but I feel like that's just crass. So I'm going to use my arms, my tiny arms, to climb and throw rocks.
Dude, and like the best part of that conversation is when the dialogue ends, the lines just disappear one by one. They're just sitting there staring at each other in silence as one line disappears. Okay. All right, another line disappears. All right, next line and that gave me that brought me back to being a child in 1988 playing shareware DOS games where it's like this is the level of quality which I have grown to expect.
Then you're Mega Man at a gate, and the gate slowly rises. You run across in silence, shoot a dog, get killed by the dog, respawn, go back, shoot the dog, kill the dog, go one screen over, dog's back.
Yeah.
Then
did you see that the gaming
Mega Man DOS?
historian?
Yeah.
I've beat that game as a kid.
Damn, man. Damn.
I did. I loved that game.
That game was crazy looking just watching.
I loved that game, Mega Man DOS. Yeah, with the 3 robot masters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a crazy color palette because they're like, you get cyan and magenta to work with. Good luck.
Have fun.
I never played the DOS sequel. I never played Mega Man 3
Oh, shit. I guess we got to do that.
because I didn't know it existed until I watched that video, and I was like, they made another one? And like the reasoning for calling it Mega Man 3 was like honestly the most Squaresoft bullshit because they're like, well, I know this is the sequel to Mega Man DOS, but Mega Man 3 is out now for the NES, so let's just call this one Mega Man 3 and use the same art.
So kids will think, oh man, it's just like the Nintendo one.
It's Mega Man 3. Wrong. Wrong. You just got duped, you sucker. You stuck your fucking bloody thumb on this blank contract, and now you got Mega Man 3 for DOS.
Have fun in your nuclear power plants.
Yeah.
Do you have any achievements for this game?
Yeah, I have some achievements that came in from Twitch chat. If you'd like to join me, I stream on Twitch on Sundays at TADPOG_podcast on Twitch. If you come by on a Sunday, there's a command set up for you to leave an achievement, which a bunch of people did for We're Back. I appreciate it because it really helps with the content. All right, here we go. Right off the bat, I do want to say that there were amazingly a lot of achievements revolved around going back in time, purchasing as many copies of We're Back as you could, and then transporting them to a landfill. I was surprised that there were as many of them as there were, but there were several of them. So with that out of the way, the first achievement I have comes in from John, resting Twitch face, and it is Jurassic Dork. In order to unlock Jurassic Dork, as a giant ferocious T-Rex, take damage from walking into a tiny knee-high human. Very easy to unlock. You don't really have to go out of your way.
You'll do it.
It'll happen. Next, you should just stomp on them, dude. It makes no sense. Next achievement, and there's a little bit of a story to this. Beloved Adam was on stream, and Beloved Adam was defending We're Back. We don't know why. We never figured out why.
Some people were starting to like him, so he had to make some people hate him again.
A heel turn.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay. Well, it didn't work
Look
for
at
me.
that wrestling term you got now.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, Beloved Adam just needs to do a kayfabe.
Yep.
Yeah.
Damn, man.
Oh, shit.
Good.
Fuck.
Hope we draw WrestleMania now.
Oh God. I don't.
You're ready for it.
I'm not. The next, so with that little backstory, that Beloved Adam backstory of mine, the next achievement I have came in from Zal, and this achievement is called the Adam Challenge. In order to unlock the Adam Challenge, say 3 nice things about the game while playing it. Because that was Adam's challenge. Adam said, I bet if you say 3 nice things about this game, that you will enjoy it more. And chat and I struggled to come up with 3 nice things to say about it. I believe Zalnop said, well, the windows are lavender, which was about the nicest thing that we could summon. And then playing on that, here's a little epilogue to the whole Beloved Adam narrative that is one with We're Back. The next achievement is premium platforming, and this came in from Beloved Adam. In order to unlock premium platforming, you shut this piece of trash game off and play Super Mario World all night long. So I just wanted to let everybody know that it seems like beloved Adam was just having a little bit of fun.
He got us. He got us good.
He
wooged us.
He wooged us real good, man. Next achievement I have comes in from Law Dennis, and that is the T in T-Rex stands for trust fall. And in order to unlock the T in T-Rex stands for trust fall, smile like a cartoon dinosaur as you jump into nothingness over and over.
Oh, it's so bad.
So many blind jumps in this game. It is ridiculous.
It is crazy.
It is ridiculous. And then next achievement, I had to include this because it came in from Art Vandalay.
Nice. Damn.
This achievement is Bone Cloud. In order to unlock Bone Cloud, beat the game while wearing a merkin. AKA a bone cloud. A pubic toupee.
Okay.
Yes. AstroTurf or otherwise. Because that was our joke in stream, was like an AstroTurf merkin came up.
All right.
I think that's so.
Yeah. Probably.
Tyler.
Yes, Dave.
Do you have any achievements for this game?
I've got Hydrogen Rex.
Okay.
And you unlock Hydrogen Rex by standing on a balloon for 10 seconds.
Oh, the humanity.
Illustrating that he's lighter than helium.
Okay.
So it's hydrogen.
So he's hydrogen.
Yeah,
Has to be.
yeah. And then a League of His Own. Kill 30 enemies throwing rocks.
Now, is this an achievement that you came up with when you thought that they were baseballs?
No, just
Okay.
now. Well, dinosaurs don't have baseballs, so they throw rocks. It still lines up in their dinosaur baseball league.
You know, several archaeologists, they think that dinosaurs played baseball with rocks
Yeah.
and dagmisers.
That's what I love about Fallout 4 when you go to the Boston Stadium and
Yeah.
they're trying to tell you how.
And they're like,
Yeah, here's how they used to play baseball back in the day.
it was wicked prehistoric, is what they say.
They would rush up to the outfield and club the guy who caught it with their bats.
Yeah. Well, there is no crying in fossil fuels. Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
I have some questions for you. The first of which is, I am curious how much this game is on average. How much do you think you'd pay for this game loose?
$3.
Tyler, $3. It's a good guess. Actual retail value of We're Back, a Dinosaur Story for the Super Nintendo, loose, on average, according to PriceCharting.com at the time of this recording, is $6.25.
Damn.
Is it worth it?
No.
It's not. It really is not. It's not a good game at all. There are so many more, so much better games you could play.
Yes. Much.
So, with that in mind, if you were to give this game a beard that sums up how you feel about it, what kind of beard would you give it?
I would give it the beard of one of the fake Batmen from Dark Knight that are trying to pretend to be him, and they're
Right.
out of shape and getting their ass kicked
Right.
and running all over the place.
Right.
Yeah, one of their beard.
I love that.
It's like it's pretending to be something that it's not. This game is bullshit.
Did you ever play or aware of a game called Gotham City Imposters?
I've heard of it.
It was a game where you played as the people who pretend to be Batman. And it was a real game. And I love that that was a real game because that is such a good concept that I feel like someone took a risk on that, right? And I,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
love that because it's like, let's get in the head of these guys. Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
if you were to give this game a pair of glasses, that sums up how you feel about it, what kind of glasses would you give it?
I'm sure at some point he put on a pair of glasses. So the pair of glasses
Woog?
worn by adult-ish DJ Connor from Roseanne.
Okay.
Because this game doesn't give you John Goodman quality. It gives you DJ
Gives you
quality.
DJ quality.
Adult DJ quality.
All right. Okay. All right. That's fair. I like this.
Cute enough as a kid, didn't know what to do when he grew up a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Toward the end when he wanted to be a director.
Yeah.
Around season like 9.
I think I know the answer to this, but do you think that this game belongs on TADPOG's top 100 Super Nintendo games?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Yeah, I agree. In my notes, I put never in bold.
I think it's probably in the bottom 50.
So I'm glad you said that because it was brought up in chat on Sunday night. How does this game compare to the notorious games such as Cool World, Bebe's Kids, Home Improvement?
I don't think it's as bad.
Okay. All right.
I think it's bad. I think it's bottom tier bad.
Yep.
But not like had me like screaming in frustration, throwing my controller, saying this is bullshit, this is broken. It's just bad.
So would you say that it kind of belongs there with like Shaq Fu?
Shaq Fu's better than this.
Okay. All right. Well, that answers that.
Yeah.
So it's somewhere between. Okay. Well, Street Hockey 95 is still the worst Super
Worst
Nintendo
game.
Okay.
Worst game we've
So
played.
it's not even
Yeah.
there.
No.
So it is somewhere then between, say, because Bebe's Kids and Shaq Fu, it's somewhere in that
Yes.
that territory.
Yes.
Okay.
I guess I might put it more on the level of like Bebe's Kids.
Okay.
Where Bebe's Kids was playable, it was
Right.
bad.
It was.
Except for like, once you get to the haunted house and it was fucked up stupid bad.
Yeah, I think what would give We're Back a little bit of an edge is the fact that, We're Back is a beatable game. You know what I mean? And it's like, I'm sure someone out there has beaten Bebe's Kids. There's probably speed runs for it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's like, We're Back is a game that I was able to sit down and with level select codes finish in one session kind of deal. Bebe's Kids is not that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know how you want to like.
That's why I think Bebe's Kids. Yeah, I think a bottom 25 to like this game is like the bottom 50, somewhere around there. They're all in the bottom 100.
Oh yeah.
Let's say that absolutely.
Oh yeah, for sure. How do you think this compares to Clay Fighters? And the reason I ask is
Oh,
because
Clay Fighters is so much better.
I agree. It's the same developer.
Oh yeah, Clay Fighters like worlds better.
At least Clay Fighters had charm, and I think that's kind of what we talked about.
Clay Fighters is in the top 350. It's in the top half for me.
It's somewhere in that middle range for me, I think. But yeah, I think Clay Fighters is way better.
Yep. You have a quiz or anything?
I do.
Yeah.
I've got some more questions if you're up for it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Do you want to know, just out of curiosity, before we wrap on We're Back, would you like to know what Flopsy has to say about it?
I would.
This is the Ultimate Nintendo Guide to the SNES Library 1991 through 1998 by Pat Contry, courtesy of Master Mold Mike. They gave We're Back, a dinosaur story, 2.5 stars.
Bullshit.
I agree. I think a 1.5 is what we're looking at
There
here.
are other games that have been given 2.5 stars that are so much better than this game.
Okay. All right. We do have a quiz that came in from one.
Red Hull Hockey is better than this game. And it was like 2.5
Yikes.
stars.
I think Hit the Ice was better.
Yeah.
Why I oughta. I was thinking about that the other day, and it's like, oh my God, Hit the Ice had like a weird impact on me because it's like that sound bite is still it's rattling around in my head still. We do have a quiz, which came in from one Ross Rachel Green from across the pond, entitled Dinosaurs. Yes. Yeah. Dinosaurs. Oh, I'm sorry. When I read that first sentence, it made me realize what the title of this actually is. Double D Dinosaurs. I thought it was like a ghost kind of thing, but it was like a fat titties reference. Ross begins, yeah, dinosaurs with massive titties. We're Back isn't about that. I didn't watch the stream. I can confirm.
We're back, only with huge tits this time.
We're back from our plastic surgeons in Hollywood, and now we have giant dongs and titties, and we're here to fuck.
Dr. Tit Eyes actually got a hold of us first.
The third brother, the triplet. They don't talk about Dr. Tit Eyes. Dr.
Just has a
Walleyes.
nipple for an eye.
Dr. Walleyes. You never know which direction he's looking, but you always want to touch his eyes.
Yeah. Squirt at you a little bit.
Oh, baby.
Still squeeze him off.
My favorite doctor. Let's see. Ross continues, mainly because Dave selfishly insists on doing the stream at 2 a.m. It's true. And I do it to keep Ross out of there. Ross
and Overseas Philip, right out.
Right out. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Overseas Philip is paying a lot of visits. Not to put any pressure on Ross. And that's actually, he used to hang out when I would stream like before work because I used to do that like an idiot.
Damn, before work at 8?
Yeah, I got to be in at work at 8, so I'd start streaming at like 5 or 6 in the morning. Wow. This is when I first started, like when we were on the Genesis list, and I didn't know anything about like how Twitch works. So it's like, yeah, Overseas Philip would just pop in and be like, "What are you doing awake? Do you know what time it is there, Dave?" No, it was great. I used to love hanging out with him. And because I now stream selfishly at a time that's convenient for me, I don't see him nearly as much. Let's see. Ross continues. Looking at some videos in the wiki, this was a tie-in with a film that didn't do well. I'd also like to point out for Ross, Twitch saves the VODs of the stream. So if you want to check it out, it's there. It's right. You just click on videos and you can watch it.
Just pretend
like it's live. Anytime I say someone else's name.
You can't make an account, so you can't say anything.
Right. You've been banned.
The Brits are banned.
Anytime I say someone else's name, just pretend it's your name. Let's see. Ross continues. I am sure it's been covered, but between the terrible slidey movement, awful sound, and frankly offensive depiction of the Twin Towers in the background of level 1, I am not surprised this hasn't had 14 sequels like the Land Before Time films. Another Spielberg production.
or it's the dinosaurs, but now they're babies.
But look.
The kids are like baby dinosaurs.
And here's the thing. I realized that, but guys, I was just about to say, I realized that I just shit on We're Back, and I was a fan of The Land Before Time, but you got to look at those two movies.
False equivalency.
Yeah. I mean, come on.
I mean, they're both cartoon dinosaurs, are a little doofy, right?
Yeah, but they're babies. They're supposed to be cute and doofy.
Yeah.
Their parents aren't doofy, are they?
There are horrible T-Rexes in those.
That's
the
right.
Land Before Time.
Was it too intense? Yeah, absolutely. it was. I still have nightmares of the little baby dinosaur kids running through the brambles while Sharptooth is snapping behind them.
Yeah.
Fucking haunts me to this day. You know what? I haven't had an orgasm since I saw that.
I had my last orgasm when I was 8.
When I was 8? Yeah. Oh, God. Okay. Let's see. Ross continues. Anyway, short of washing cat
I haven't been
poop.
fucked like that since grade school.
Hey, Fight Club. Oh, man. I haven't heard that one in a minute. Ross continues. Anyway, short of washing cat poop out of my cat's fur and going into lockdown, my week has been relatively uneventful. So here's a quiz with the letters from the title. You know the score by now. And just to remind you, Tyler, the title is Double D Dinosaurs.
Double D Dinosaurs.
I think that's a 3-6 Mafia song. Double D Dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Sounds right. Are
Whistle while you woog.
Sorry, that was the Yin Yang Twins, please. Come on. but I do like Whistle While You Woog. My new YouTube name, Whistle While You Woog. Are you ready to begin the quiz?
I am. I've written down Double D Dinosaurs.
Excellent.
Yeah,
So good.
as an acrostic.
This D is part of a popular side-scrolling arcade shooter and is subtitled after a certain type of sibling. Popular arcade shooter, side-scrolling. Brother?
Darius Twin.
Darius Twin. Yeah, nailed it. That has to be it. Locked in. It is Darius Twin. Well done, Tyler. Next question. This D in another side-scrolling shooter where you pilot an Apache helicopter and sounds like it could be a superhero team of penises. Deadly Cocks. I don't know. A superhero team of penises. Like the D Squad or something like that? I have no idea what this is.
Starts with a D. It's an Apache.
I mean, I think of helicopter games and I think of the strike games, like Desert Strike.
Yeah.
But it's not Desert Strike because that isn't penisy at all.
You're
and also
right.
it's isometric, not side scrolling.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that superhero team of penises?
Yeah,
So the D makes you think dick.
right.
Why do they call it dick?
Dick choppers.
Dick
Wait,
choppers?
it's not what you think it is.
We cut off penises. It's a helicopter simulator where you lower men with erections into the blades.
You better get soft fast.
Yeah,
It's the only way you're going to
it's the
survive.
only way.
This D in another side-scrolling shooter where you pilot an Apache helicopter and sounds like it could be a superhero team of penises.
I don't know.
I don't either. I don't know. I'm going D Squad.
All right.
It's not bad, but I literally have nothing
Yeah,
else.
I don't know.
Dalmatians, 101. Locking it in. It is D-Force. Half credit. Half credit for D-Force.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, next question. This I is a fantasy RPG that features real-world landmarks such as Incan ruins, the Nazca Lines, Angkor Wat, the Great Wall of China, and the Egyptian pyramids.
Illusion of Gaia.
Illusion of Gaia. Locking it in. It is Illusion of Gaia, the. Next question. This Super N is an action RPG that has drop-in two-player co-op and is called Super Chinese World in Japan.
Starts with an N.
He says this Super N, so it's probably super and then whatever N he's looking for. It's a action RPG. Drop-in two-player co-op and it's called Super Chinese World in Japan. What is an action RPG that takes place in China? Bart versus the Space Mutants?
Yeah.
No, sorry, that was Bart versus the World. I think when you go to the Great Wall of China and have fireworks and stuff.
Super. It's probably something nonsensical.
It probably
It
is.
doesn't make any sense. Like Super Nitro Blaster.
Especially if they change the name from Super Chinese World,
Yeah.
Because they were probably in that boardroom being like, oh, fuck, it is the 90s, but we super cannot call it that. Like, look, we're not progressive by any stretch because it is the
Super.
90s, but we cannot call this game Super
Super China
Chinese World.
Super nuclear option.
Super nuclear option, locking it in. It is Super Ninja Boy. I've heard of that game.
Huh.
I've never played it, though. Next question, Tyler. This O is the official tie-in for the games of the XXVI Olympiad.
Olympics.
Olympic Games?
Yeah.
Locking it in. It is Olympic Summer Games. 2/3 credit.
Yeah.
Next question. This S is an RPG made by a company more famous for sports games and was called Aquatalion in Japan.
Tecmo Secret of the Stars.
Tecmo Secret of the Stars.
Is that it? It's something like that.
Has to be, right?
Yeah.
Locking it in. It is Secret of the Stars. Well done, Tyler, for remembering that game. That is like the most NES game of SNES games. Next question. This A is based on an animated film of the same name and follows a family of Jewish Ukrainians who immigrate to the Wild West.
American Tail 5 Goes West.
Yeah, for sure. Locking it in. It is an American Tail 5 Goes West. Next question. This U is an unlicensed one-on-one fighting game released in 2017. This U is an unlicensed. Is it just unlicensed one-on-one fighting game?
Yes.
2017?
Perfect.
Like, is that locking it in? It is Unholy Knight, the Darkness Hunter.
Your title was better.
I'm kind of curious about maybe checking that out. Next question. This R is a side-scrolling platformer featuring 2 popular Looney Tunes. Roadrunner.
and 2. So Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote.
So I know there was Roadrunner Death Valley Rally, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I can't remember if that was NES and Super NES. But it's definitely that Roadrunner game.
Yeah.
Is it Roadrunner and Wile E.
Well,
Coyote?
him just
Is that what
saying
it's
2
called?
makes me think.
Oh, it's definitely them. Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
definitely them. I just don't know.
Well, let's say Death Valley Rally. That'll work.
All right. Roadrunner, Death Valley Rally, locking it in. It is, in fact, Roadrunner's Death Valley Rally. We did it.
Yes.
Last question. This S is an isometric game loosely based on a novel called Never Deal with a Dragon. That is Shadowrun. 100% locking it in. And it is, in fact, Shadowrun. We did it.
Nice.
Thank you, Ross. That was a good quiz. And it made me think about dinosaurs with big mommy milkers. Thank you.
It's like 7 1/3. Something like that.
Oh, you were keeping score? Nice. All right. That's like a solid C plus.
Yeah.
Maybe. I can't remember what a C was.
Well, I've got to know. I got to know what's next.
All right. Yeah, me too.
I'm going to plug in this battered up peripheral.
Please do.
One end on the ground.
Yes.
Put my head on the other end, Wild and Crazy Kid style.
Yeah.
Turn around in circles, so I point my no hole in a random direction.
God, fucking point that no hole.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Say that prayer we all love to say.
It looks like a big mouth Billy Bass.
Yeah, just open, just flexing.
Yeah, but like the speaker's broken, so it's just like. Oh my God, you guys! Tyler's no hole is Gygus.
And it's got a hymen.
Every year, I take Tyler to the proctologist and make sure that his hymen is intact.
We can't afford that. You just get a poker and heat it up in the fireplace and just slowly shove it in my ass and burn my vampire asshole hymen away.
Oh God! Okay. That's what I saw at Colonial Williamsburg. I don't know.
That's our annual trip to Colonial Williamsburg.
I saw the woman churning the butter, and then I saw the other woman with the hot poker, getting rid of the possessed spirit of the rectum hymen.
Cheryl, we're back.
Hast thou been consorting with the demons in the forest?
Hast thou man, those man's virtue hath regrown itself.
Oh my God.
B2 B2.
The gentleman's head. Oh my God. All right, we're praying. We're doing it.
No whammies, stop.
1, 3, 9.
Is it a new one?
Yes.
All right, 139. That's probably the D's.
The D's. I don't know why I said it like that. I'm super sorry, everybody. It is.
Because of Ross's double D dinosaurs.
I know. He's got me thinking about those dinosaurs with big old fucking titties. Jesus Christ.
A D game.
A D game.
Dracula, come a kid.
All right. Okay. That's a good guess. It is. Here's a hint, though. We just did a game that was based on an animated movie that was based on a book. This is also a video game based on an animated movie based on a book.
The Dage Master.
It is Disney's The Jungle Book.
Oh, okay.
I own this.
Oh, okay.
Which means that it's probably bad. That's a hint, because it's like the Jungle Book, and maybe I should get into this on the Jungle Book episode, but fuck it. This is a nice teaser. Come in for next episode. Like the Jungle Book, like when you buy a lot of SNES games, like on an auction, it's like the Jungle Book is always in there. It's like, yo, dog, do you want 5 copies of the Jungle Book and 8 copies of Toy Story? We got you. You don't want them, but you're going to buy them because you want this one copy of Super Ghouls and Ghosts that's in this lot.
Can I just buy the Nope lot
No, sorry.
only?
How else am I supposed to get rid of these Toy Stories and Jungle Books?
All right. Jungle Book. I could deal.
Yeah, man. I've already got a Jungle Book story fucking in the chamber ready to go.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
All right. Anything else? We good? Oh, I do want to thank one, Master Mold, but to be now, he is Monster Mold.
Monster Mold.
Monster Mold. Mike
Did he
Lanham.
get his massive dong stuck in a monster factory? What happened?
He sent me a PS5 that he was able to procure for me.
Oh my God.
So
Oh my God.
the girls were super stoked.
Jesus.
Whenever-
Jesus Christ, Monster Mold.
Monster Mold. The girls all walked in to see Miles Morales on the TV in the living room.
The PlayStation 5 summoned Miles Morales.
He did. He was just standing there.
And
He's like, man, this technology.
He's like, hi, girls. A man with a giant dick brought me here to you.
Turn into Kim Kardashian's dad. Can it do that too? Make it tell her how awesome Kanye is.
Don't forget, kids. Vote Kanye. That is very awesome.
Very awesome. Then my brother got engaged last week.
Hey.
So there we go. He is
Congratulations.
now engaged.
Congratulations to Ryan.
Yeah.
I hope that ass-eating train don't stop now.
Oh, I don't think it is. That's why
good.
wouldn't have married her if it would have.
Well, time will tell.
Come in here and bitch about it if it ever stops.
Yeah, please, God, please. But yes, congratulations.
Let's see. Hey, do you like our show? Did you like all
Not
this?
really. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
You're talking about Oops. Can I be released now?
Friendship contract isn't up yet. We signed it not too long ago.
Look, we can
Just
still
a
be
few months.
look, buddy, we can still meet up and do whatever the fuck you want on Monday. It doesn't have to be this.
But if we don't plan it, it's a lot harder to do. We got to have an obligation. Otherwise, something will come up. Be like, man, I'm tired. Let's do it next week.
That is very true. I've lost, much like We're Back, a dinosaur story, I've lost many friends over lazy sloppiness. Where it's like, I could keep in touch with this person that I really like, but I could also not do that. I could take a nap.
I'll do it later. Well, now it's been so long, it's awkward.
It's awkward. Yeah.
But if they care, they'll reach out. That asshole. If you like this, hey, we're on Facebook. TADPOG on Facebook. Episode announcements, memes. If you're a fan of the show, we get past our bot filter, all the admins into TADPOG Nation. All
Y'all,
that dank shit is.
I can tell you, I can attest to how dank it is, and this is not a fucking. I should probably just shut the fuck up right now, actually. This is not an invitation to do things like this, but I gotta tell you, Facebook fucking hates our group because it's like, I don't get on Facebook much, but when I do, I click on the notification bell and it's like, yo dog, your group content fucking sucks. And it's like, whoa, Facebook.
We removed 8 things today.
It is like that. And it
Looks like Kana went a little nuts, Kana and Zeus, so we've deleted 8 things today.
And then they do, and then like Facebook is like, do you want to see what the posts were? And I'm like, yeah. And I click on it and they're like, too bad, we removed them. And it's like, fuck you. Why'd you give me the option? I want to see the funny shit. I'm the admin. Again, I want to see
That's
the
what
funny
we
shit.
get.
Right?
That's the privilege.
Right. When Facebook says it's shitty, I really want to see it.
Oh, man.
I'm
So come on in for that.
sorry, I'm screaming.
If you time it really right, you might see it.
Right? You got to be quick. Apparently, I always miss them because I'm not on Facebook. And I always feel fucking slighted because it's like, God damn it. I didn't log into this for a week and look what I missed. Sorry, I'm screamy this episode.
No,
by
it's
the
good. I
way.
like it.
Sorry.
It's your passion.
I'm fiery today.
Yeah,
I
it's
really
good. It's
am.
good.
Yeah, I am. I think it's because it's just like I love the guest host. I thought Casey's fucking fantastic. Miller, obviously, having Miller on was fantastic. But it's nice.
It's nice to be alone with you because I scream at you.
Well, I'm sorry if it's coming off as I'm screaming at you.
I didn't think about it until you said it.
Well, I mean,
I was like, Dave's excited. All right.
yeah, it's just I don't know. I can really be screaming around you because what I'm
it's
trying to say.
all right.
I feel comfortable enough to scream.
Costanza out. It's good.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not healthy.
It's healthy to do it here.
All right. Yeah, that's true.
This is a screamy, safe place.
You're in the Holland deck.
Yeah.
I'm just testing the acoustics.
That's why I tell everybody who comes in, you
Yeah.
scream all you want.
Right.
Just go ahead and scream away. Is that a chain in the concrete over there in the corner? Yeah.
It is.
It's for cars.
Mm-hmm.
So my dad tells me.
You do have a really good garage for fucking.
There's a bed over there now.
Yeah. That weirdly makes it less good. I'm at the age where I don't want to fuck where a bed is. Give me anything but a bed.
If a bed's not in a bedroom, it's like, why is there a bed here? It's a bad bed.
Yeah, when no, I'll save that for the Jungle Book episode. How about that? When we start that up, be like, hey, Dave, what's that thing you were going to say about beds? And I'll be like, oh, right, okay.
Right. Mowgli, all right. So
Baby elephant walk, go.
Miller, come back on. So, but if you like a nice organized chat, we got that Discord.
Yeah.
Let's link to that Discord.
It's bit.ly/TADPOG Discord. Yeah. And it's cool.
It's very cool.
I know when I say it's cool, it sounds like it's
so
probably
cool,
not.
so cool.
It's so
cool.
Guys, it's so fucking cool. You don't even know.
No, it's I don't know. In the parking lot, there's heart. It's so cool.
It's so fucking cool. You guys.
What else we do? Hey, do you want a shirt? Shirts.tadpog.com.
Yeah, we sold one.
Throw random shit out.
Sold one of those as well.
All right.
Yeah,
you want a mask? You got masks at Tadpog. Match your shirt.
Yeah.
You look like a big weirdo wearing them at the same time.
Yo, is that your shirt on your mask?
Who are those dudes?
It's like when I wore the Dave's chicken shirt to the gas station, and the look that the cashier gave me, which I have never in my life been looked down upon from a middle-aged woman like that in my life.
Did your son draw that? Yeah.
No, she didn't even want to fucking know. She didn't even want to fucking know.
Like that woman who made fun of me for having a pillow in my lap in the McDonald's,
drive-thru.
You just had surgery or something? No. That's weird.
Ma'am, I think you're being a little too friendly.
Fry's credit card into transaction. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, you don't need to question my lifestyle choices, lady. Look, I'm hungry.
Let's see, because we're on Stitcher, Spotify, fucking YouTube.
Yeah.
Motherfucking YouTube's got all that shit.
Thank you, Backlog Banisher Dane.
Fuck yes.
Keeping it current, too.
Hell yeah.
It's really, really nice.
Now
Thank
we need
you.
to finish out our wiki.
Oh, Lord, please don't. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you want to.
Just about 500 episode updates and synopsises about what's in every episode.
God bless Sandwich Pope Phil, because, like, every now and then he does, like, rally, like, some troops to get together to, like, start chipping away at that. And then, like, I fucking love him for that. And then it immediately disintegrates like it absolutely should.
That's an enormous undertaking.
That is an enormous fucking task that, like, very few people are going to get enjoyment out of. But I do absolutely appreciate the thought. It is very, very, very nice.
You're gonna put up a link to the wiki.
In the show notes to the thing we haven't mentioned in ages.
Oh, and Casey. So Casey incorrectly gave what his snap is. He's like, yeah, I haven't gotten any snaps. I guess I fucked up and said it wrong.
I thought that was a joke.
Oh, no.
That's a real Snapchat that he had, Casey _ yeah?
That's the wrong one. Oh. So it's Casey period yeah.
Can I use Casey _ yeah?
So please, he's not going to make it to the end of this episode. So please, everybody snap the shit out of him. Butts, dicks, what you had for dinner, I don't care. Casey yeah, snap the shit out of him. Kyle Collins, please hit in that picture of you with your butt out, that holiday picture. Wonderful. Mwah. Thank you, please.
Or actually recreate it, but this time shit everywhere.
Yes. Let's see, what else did we do? You want to send us something like the G's did? You can send that to Tadpog Studios, care of Nicole Nance, PO Box 3785, Paducah, Kentucky 42002.
Yeah.
We're gearing up at some point for an all-call show. We're going to get through this backlog a little bit.
Yep.
You can call us at 270-883-2555.
Yep. People are excited about that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Man,
yeah.
all right.
Folks definitely miss the all
I
calls.
guess now we'll actually do it since somebody said they wanted it.
Well, I mean, a group of people have. I've kind of been the holdup on it because I haven't gotten the calls to to our very expensive call screening service. And honestly, the reason that I haven't is because it's kind of a pain in the ass to export the voicemails from Google Voice. Because I don't really. There's like, as far as I can tell, there's not like a one-click solution to do it. So you got to like manually fucking save the MP3s and stuff. And it's like not the end of the world, but it is absolutely not something that I want to do.
It's a few hours of your life you'd be
And I've thought about like seeing if maybe, hey, will someone volunteer for this? But in order to do that, I have to give them my fucking email and credentials. And it's like, I'm not going to do that. Because like an idiot, when I signed it up, I was like, sure, I'll just do this under my personal account. That's fine.
What else do we do? Anything? Probably nothing. TADPOG _podcast.
I mean, it is
for Instagram and Twitter. You also, I don't want to forget Twitch. Plug that Twitch.
Yeah, twitch.tv/TADPOG _podcast. Yep. Fridays and Sundays I've been streaming. This Friday will probably be more Breath of Fire.
I really, really enjoyed watching you stream that.
Good. I'm glad. Why?
It was just very relaxing to watch you, like, just grind and play and progress and like, I don't know. I found it,
cool. I
liked it a lot.
The reason I ask is because I typically get I'm never 100% comfortable streaming an RPG, and it is because I worry that the content is not very interesting. And Breath of Fire especially, because it is grindy. But I want to finish the game, so I'm probably going to end up streaming it.
No, I like that. I think 'cause I like it's kind of slow and methodical, but I think it's a good game.
Yeah, no, I agree. I and it's kind of one of those where it's like, it's weird, man, because playing it now, like, dude, I hadn't played that game since I played it for the show, and I didn't finish it when I played it for the show, but I got far, and I was farther than I am in the game now. But like, I forgot about that fucking earthquake key being like the fucking thing you use every battle.
I don't think I knew you could use it when I beat the game. So
right, yeah, when you played it as a kid, yeah.
No idea.
So yeah, I've been enjoying revisiting it. I really would like to finish it just so I can say that I finished a Breath of Fire game.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
I got some fucking good pledges. Shit, man, on this Patreon I'm gonna read off.
Nice.
So, new pledge by Captain Vallow.
Thank you, Captain Vallow.
Thank you, Captain. An increase from Nick Hole Ryan.
Thank you. Indicate Sith.
Let's see. A new pledge, Scott McKeon.
Thank you, Scott.
Tell your father, Michael, we said hi.
Please.
And then a big jump to some double naughty numbers by one Usurper Grimm.
6969.
6969.
Double nice.
$6,969. No.
Yeah, right. It's so nice that we sucked each other off 4 times.
That's all I got.
Same here. Except this episode was executive produced by the following people. These are the folks who give us $20 or more a month on Patreon. Thank you very much. It goes a long way. The executive producers are Usurper Grimm, God Emperor Alex Pena, Cousin David Galino, Cthusiast Jeff Miners, Coronavirus Savior Cubicle Monkey, Zeus Laser, Steve Dixon, Plinko Nick Price, Clambro Cody Phillips, Lint Liquor Joseph Phillips, Bantha Master, The Eightfold Daniel Abernathy, Time Lord Josh Edwards, executive producer Dig Duggy. Also, Dig Duggy, thank you for sending me Final Fantasy Worlds, I think is the name of that game, which I mentioned offhand.
Oh, yeah.
That I had never played. And he's like, I'll send it to you. And it's like, it's fine. You don't have to. And he's like, I'm going to do it. I'm like, okay. I think he felt bad because he sent you a thing and didn't send me a thing.
Okay.
And that's totally fine. But Master Mole Mike, you better fucking send me a PS5.
I paid for it. He didn't give me a PS5. I paid him. But market value, though.
Oh, wow.
Market value. That's the big deal. Market value.
That is quite the gift. But seriously, Master Mole Mike, I'll buy one.
I was like, are you sending them out? He's like, yeah, I go over Stephen Michael, too. So I'm going to mail them all out. He's mailed Ben one. He's...
Master Mole Mike, I literally cannot buy a video card I want until the year 2050. So I might as well spend that money on a PlayStation 5.
There you go.
Continuing the list. Also, thank you, Dig Dougie. I really appreciate it, man. But you super, super nice of you. You did not have to do that, but I very much appreciate it. I remember Drew and/or Bailey playing that game and enjoying it. So I'm looking forward to getting to it. Matt Gentile, a.k.a. Gentle G, continuing the list of executive producers. Magical Sleeper, a.k.a. Big Dick Pie Baker Chris Vaughn. Laud Mulaney Dennis. Pinball Archmage Chris Edler. Congratulations on your marriage, and I'm sorry you couldn't be on this episode. Sandwich Pope Phil Hawkins. Drinksmith Joey Webster. Big Daddy Paul Anderson. And Master Cycle Baron Kevin Link. Thank you guys very much.
Our theme song is Moves by Seymour Drive. Look at that track. Found the show notes at TADPOG.com.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't closed this one out, Dave.
As John Goodman, which I know we've probably done at least 5 times already.
But we just
the lifetime of this show.
Yeah.
Once per year, we need to get our John Goodman outro.
All right. Your favorite John Goodman character?
Whatever you're feeling.
So until next time. Tropical Capricorn.
I was about to say, do they sound different? When you what your favorite John Goodman character, and it's like he just kind of sounds like John Goodman most of the time. Were you the Cyclops from Old Brother Where Art Thou?
Yep.
Yeah.
I guess you could be like the angry Cloverfield John Goodman.
See, I didn't see that one, and I
haven't either.
I've heard it's pretty decent.
Yeah.
And I do like Mary Elizabeth Winstead, and I like him, so it's like I should watch that. I just, you know how it is. I don't
watch movies, so I get it.
I don't really watch them anymore unless it's We're Back that I watch for the show. You're welcome.
And it's under an hour.
Almost.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Give me a little credit. It's a little over an hour. But just a little bit. Oh, it was supposed to be a made-for-TV thing. Did you know that? It started out that way. So there we go.
That makes a little more sense.
So yeah, the runtime and all that. Yeah. Anyway. I know way too much about this movie that I don't really, truly care for. But I'm telling you, for real, that oral history of We're Back, a Dinosaur Story, is a very, very entertaining movie. I mean, you probably don't have to read it because
reading about how shit got fucked up is often better than the product itself.
God, I love it.
Like the Street Fighter movie, all the history and shit behind that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Is that wasn't that another dinosaur movie? Something?
Stay tuned. It was the dinosaur adaptation of News Radio with Dave Foley and Joe Rogan.
Fucking please.
And one of the best actors ever, Stephen Root.
I broke a mirror one time. 7 years bad luck.
Yeah.
I got an attorney, and he reduced it to 3 and 2 years probation.
That's our mystery guest.
So we're in it. We're
back
in
again.
It.
We're in it now.
We're in.
Here, let me get. There we go. So we can make sure everyone.
Okay.
There we go.
How's this? We on?
We're good.
You look good.
I just wanted to tell you it's always a pleasure to be here. You know?
Yeah.
And,
We're glad you're back.
y'all treat me right.
Good.
Yeah. You know, I thought it was my turn to sit down. Nobody would move over. I just finished my first book.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm going to read another one. The hotel overcharged me.
Yeah, how much?
I got even with them, though. I stole 400 sweetened loaves. The dentist said my teeth are yellowing. He said, wear brown shirts. And the doctor told me to walk 5 miles a day. And I called him back. I said, I'm 40 miles from home. Your neighbor's a lovely girl. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, she is. I found that out. At my age, you can't get girls anymore, you know. At my age, you become a hooky. And I love blind dates. You know, I went out with a girl, and she had pigtails under her arms. I used to build houses, you know, and I'd build tall houses, you know, and a girl once fell in love with my high-rise. things I like to do. Walk in the ladies' room by mistake. Yell, I had her at weddings. Make women scream for the right reason. Keep the change unless you change your mind. Walk on a nude beach with a ruler.
Okay. I can appreciate that.
That's enough talk about sex, no more about sex, I've had it up to here. Well, not lately. The other night my wife told me, I said, don't laugh behind my back. She said, I want the funny stuffs on the other side.
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
Okay, guys, I got to go. Hey, I thank you, for having me. And I'll get a lift in the back of someone's pickup truck. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, mystery guest.
And one more, I went to Walmart, Did I tell you I went to Walmart? Somebody knew me inside there. And somebody had to know me inside. Because I walked up and the doors automatically opened.